Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Solar Dragon here, back with more FSN Remaster, where today we are going into, I think, day 9? Yeah, day 9. I was not sure of what day it was in-game. So yeah, we're going into day 9 of the Heavens Feel route. Will Sakura give in to her darker thoughts? We'll find out today. It might happen, you know. No spoilers, though. No spoilers. But if you are watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like this video, comment down below if you have anything to say at all, subscribe to the channel because that lets you know when new videos come out, and you can follow my Twitch or Discord in the description down below, so that way you can catch when I go live perhaps. But with all that said, I think it is time to begin day 9. And for those watching this on stream, it is a couple, 5 minutes late. Just 5 minutes, you know. A lot of technical BS was going on of essentially the Steam needed to do an update randomly for some reason. So I needed to update Steam, and then I wanted to get this widget working like below my camera here. I'm trying, what's the best, like, yeah, down there, so you guys can see a real tracker of the sub goal and all that kind of stuff. Whoop. Huh. I didn't know that could do that. Interesting. So the up directional arrow brings up like a scene rewind feature almost. Morning. I wake up to sunshine filtering through the paper windows and notice my neck feels weirdly sluggish. Your neck feels sluggish. Your neck. Interesting. My neck feels this way because my shoulders are stiff. Well, why didn't you just say your shoulders were stiff? I probably strained my neck muscles because I fell asleep on my stomach. Maybe, I guess, if you're not used to sleeping on your stomach, that can happen. I don't know. On the other hand, my back injuries seem a lot better. They don't hurt anymore, so they shouldn't get in the way of daily life. Oh, crap. It's already past 7. Ow. I feel a sudden sting in my abdomen. The area where I was punched feels fine when I'm staying still, but sudden movements make it ache. It'll probably leave a bruise. This is gonna smart for a while. Still, it's nothing I can't put up with. The pain isn't bad enough to keep me from moving, so this injury shouldn't get in the way of daily life either. Shiro's tough. I change clothes and leave my bedroom. The smell of breakfast wafts out from the living room, so Sakura must be getting things ready for us. Just the two of you, though, because poor Seba. Morning. Sorry, I overslept. Do you still need any help? Good morning, Senpai. It's unusual for you to sleep in. She's already blushing. It's either a good sign or a bad sign. My bad. Feels like morning came as soon as I went to bed. Or she's overheated. You're hurt, so there's no helping that. I went to go wake you up earlier, but you didn't respond at all. You must have been exhausted. Wow, I don't even remember her trying to wake me up. Not only are my shoulders stiff, my brain isn't fully awake apparently. Sorry, I'm gonna go wash my face. Just hang on, I'll be right back. No, please, take your time in the bathroom. I'll set up for breakfast by myself today. She is overly cheery. Even Shiro's not completely oblivious. She really is upbeat today. Well, if she insists, then I shouldn't protest any further. It's fine. I have to take this. Hello, I'm streaming. Do you need anything desperately? Alright, bye. Didn't even need to fully leave the room here. My phone connected right away. Will wonders ever cease? One piece of technology works great, and the other falters. I shouldn't protest any further. It's fine. Okay, well, I'll take my time washing up then. Readjust my seating. Okay, I'm happy with how the miso soup turned out, so look forward to that. Yeah, she's being a little creepy. Just a little bit. I nod, then cross the living room into the hallway. Oh, wait. That was strange. I just passed by, glad to see her doing well, but still, something was off about. I hear something fall. I immediately recognize it as the sound of a person collapsing. Maybe I've gotten used to hearing it lately. That's not a good thing to get used to. I run back to the living room. Her eyes are blank. She's drowsily getting up as if she'd just fallen on the floor. I support her unsteady body. I can feel the heat off her body just like I did before. Her ragged breathing and the sweat soaking through her shirt are obvious symptoms of fever. If they're gonna say the lines for me, I'm not gonna say them. Excuse me. She finally notices me. She looks at me with unfocused eyes. I said you could take your time, but you came so quickly. Hold on just a minute. I'll get breakfast ready. Beaming at me, she untangles herself from my arms. You. Rather than pushing herself to do it, she doesn't seem to have noticed her own fever. Hold on, don't worry about breakfast. You need to go back to your room and lie down. You have a really bad fever. Is it just a fever, though, or is there something more? Probably just a fever. I'm sure there's nothing more going on here. Nothing at all. Huh? Me? Yeah, damn it. The fact you didn't even notice is a bad symptom. Damn it, why? Why didn't I notice it sooner? Even if I'm sad about Saber, I should have paid more attention to Sakura's condition, who's still right by me. What's wrong with me? So many things, Shiro. So many things. Senpai, I'm okay, really. I just tripped. I'm not really dizzy or anything. Don't be stupid. You have a really high fever. I can tell even without using a thermometer. Okay, now Shiro's just being mean. He's yelling at her, like... Shiro, you gotta chill out, man. I lead her to the guest room. I need to let her rest. I'll let the school know she's out sick, make something easy to digest for breakfast, and for lunch... Right. I'll ask Grandpa Fujimura to send a caretaker over. Or you could take care of her yourself, dude. Senpai, where are you going? You should make sure to eat before you leave for school. She still doesn't understand what's happening. Maybe she's so excited because her fever is making her delirious. You're taking the day off. I want you to stay in your room all day. I'll let the school know I'm gonna see Fujini there anyway, so I can just tell her then. I'm not going to school today. That's right. Who else would I be talking about? I might still be hurt, but I feel fine. I don't have any reason to be absent. No, I don't have a good reason to make myself go to school either. Without Saber, it's too risky to go alone. But still, I need to be there today. I need to report what happened with Zouken and Assassin to Tosaka. I can't stay holed up here. Anyway, you need to rest today, Sakura. You're always working hard, so you should rest too. You should rest hard too. I'll be home as soon as I can take care of some business. No, I'm okay, really. So let's have breakfast and go to school together. If we do that, my fever will get well right away. Of course I won't, silly. You're acting crazy, Sakura. She's always crazy. I'm not crazy. You're the one being unreasonable. I feel fine and don't have a fever, but you're still injured, so I can't be the only one resting. Yep. And down she goes again. Huh? That's weird. It's kind of hard to breathe. She nearly falls to the floor panting. Her body feels heavy in my arms. Does she lack the strength to stand, or is she collapsed because she suddenly got so heavy? Either way, she has a fever that prevents her from walking around on her own, even if she believes otherwise. Idiot. Listen, I'm making you rest at home today no matter what. Be mad at me if you want, but if you strain yourself this much, you'll end up needing to stay home tomorrow, too. Senpai, I need to go to school. She mumbles incoherently, her breathing unsteady. I ignored and carry her to the bedroom. By the time we arrive, she's already asleep. Or rather, she's still half-conscious state. Her breathing's labored. Just once, she firmly grabs hold of my arms that I'm carrying her with. Anyway, I'll tuck her into bed. Senpai. Her voice is unfocused. Her eyes are on the ceiling, not seeing me. Sakura. Her ragged breathing, her flushed cheeks, her damp shirt sticking to her skin, the anguished rise and fall of her chest with each breath. The sight is so enchanting, I turn away in a hurry. Oh, Shiro. She's the one suffering from a fever, so why am I acting so inappropriately? Yeah, I'd better call for a caretaker. I can't change her clothes, much less clean her body. Thankfully, her breathing's stabilized once she's in bed, so now I just need to wait for her fever to break. Once she can walk on her own, I'll take her to the hospital and go get some medicine prescribed. I'm gonna call someone to help, so get some sleep, but I think you'll be comfortable with one of the caretakers from Fujini's place. She doesn't answer. Her breathing's still labored, but at least she's sleeping. You're so assertive today. Why do you want to go to school so badly? I talk out loud to myself. She's asleep, so I know she won't answer. See ya. I'm off to school. I get up and head for the door. Just as I do, I want to go to school with you, senpai. I hear a reply. I turn around. She's still asleep, but with a worried frown. Oh, you're just sleep talking. Shiro is back to being oblivious. I leave the guest room this time, but as I do, I have to protect you, senpai. I hear her say something in her fever dream. Oh, Shiro. On the way to school, I stop by Fujini's house and ask for a caretaker. I sometimes forget because Fujini doesn't make a big deal out of it, but the Fujimura residence is one of the most extravagant homes in our neighborhood. It isn't a company, yet there are dozens of fierce-looking men who call themselves employees. Wonder what that means. Most of them live in a separate building on the compound, but anyway, it's a huge family. They also employ an appropriate number of workers, so I can ask them to lend me a caretaker who's available. Then, I have them send over an emergency housekeeper that's helped me a number of times in the past before Sakura started coming around. She's acquainted with them too, so I feel comfortable leaving her to them. Oh, Shiro. And so the day passes until lunchtime. We meet up on the rooftop per unspoken agreement, and I tell Tosaka what happened last night. As a result... So what? You're saying that Zouken Mato is Assassin's master, and he tried to kill you, not Saber? She suddenly gets angry at me. Yeah, what's your problem? I'm not the one with a problem. The way you told it, Zouken tried to kill you after he beat Saber. That doesn't make sense. It sounds completely backwards. She leans in and glares at me, irritated. We're behind the water tower, which has become our usual meeting spot. I unconsciously back up just a few centimeters, intimidated by her spirit that feels closer to hostility. Hey, are you listening to me? Doesn't your story sound wrong to you? She shoots me a glare full of irritation and loathing. Wow. Her attitude is overwhelming enough, but with her being this close is making me very uneasy. I don't have any more room to back up in this tight space. I'm like a rat, a human, trapped in a bag. What's wrong with what I said? The priority is all wrong. You were alone with Zouken, but he didn't try to kill you. Well, it's great for him that Assassin won. As long as there was a chance he would lose, Zouken should have targeted Saber's master first. That makes sense, but are you saying that Zouken was confident that Assassin would beat Saber? No way. Even you don't know Assassin's weaker than Saber, right? Zouken wouldn't take a risk like that. She must have had some other reason. I can think of two. Excuse me. Two, like... Oh. Okay. So... Decision. So, two possible reasons he didn't want to kill Shiro. Two reasons he didn't want to kill her. Him. Yeah. Tongue got tied there. Why might he not want Shiro dead? On guard for a counterattack. Shiro's not dumb enough to think that. Confident. But he does go for the kill afterwards. Like, we know he goes for he wanted to get Saber first so that the shadow could consume Saber. They don't know that, but we know that. So that would make him not wanting to kill Shiro the most logical one, because if Shiro died, then Saber goes by. So you're saying he didn't want to kill me? That would be the most obvious reason. It can only mean Zouken didn't want to eliminate Saber. The only downside of you dying is that it would cause Saber to disappear. Makes sense. He did treat me that way. Hey, what are you pouting for? We're just talking about how Zouken sees it, so don't ignore me. I'm not pouting. It's the truth. But why are you so mad? It's not like I'm mad. You've got the wrong idea, Emiya. Hang on, I'm doing something. I must have miscalculated. Sorry. Just doing something with RuneScape. I'm playing it on my laptop, so. Anyway, Zalkin has plans for Saber. He wanted you to stay alive, but he had another reason to kill you. I'll ask again. He said he didn't have any further use for you, right? I think back to last night's events. The Tosaka girl is still worth using. I have no further use for you, boy. Yeah, he said you're still worth using, too. Oh, okay. I don't know what he's up to, but that must be why he keeps running away from me. Only one of us would walk away alive if we ran into each other, but Zalkin's hiding from me because he wants me to live. Excuse me. She considers it for a moment. Now then, I've told her what I came here to say. If there's anything else to say, it would be... Another choice already, damn. I don't... Okay, what is the context? What does he want? Like, what does he need Reen's help on? No, okay, so he is determined to continue the war on his own, even though he lost Saber, right? Yes, because that's why... That's the whole Sakura going a little yandere thing was all about, because she does not want him to keep going. So... Shiro wants to continue on this war on his own. So it's his problem. So he would not... He showed his resolve last night, and he wants to do this war alone, even though he lost Saber, so... yeah. It's his own problem. I shouldn't tell her. This is my own problem. I chose to keep fighting. Music got intense. Zalkin and Assassin. The Black Shadow roaming the town. Masters fighting each other over the Holy Grail. I lost Saber in my fight to put it all to a stop to all of that. I can't lose anyone else. From here on out, I'll have to fight on my own. Why are you all quiet? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? No, that's everything. I lost Saber and I'm no longer a master. We don't have any reason to fight now. Yeah, if you're gonna forfeit the war, then that means we won't become enemies once our alliance is over. Bye, Emiya. Yeah, I'm forfeiting now. Without Saber, I don't have a chance. I leave my seat, head for the exit, leaving her behind. Bye, Tosaka. Be careful around Zalkin. Hold on. Open the door without turning back. I'll leave the roof as if to sever my ties. I feel like this was a bad choice, because I don't remember this kind of stuff happening in the movie. Then again, a lot of this stuff didn't happen in the movie, so... The day ends. If I'm gonna trail the Shadow and Zalkin, I'll have to start tonight. With my lack of fighting strength, what I need now is a weapon and reliable intelligence. I'll wait for night, then infiltrate Ryoto Temple or the Matao residence and look for clues. I need to look after Sakura, too. I'll wait until tonight. The war will continue once night falls. Until then, I'll give Sakura my undivided attention. There's still time until then, so I'll pick up several days' worth of supplies on the way home. Okay, he's using his noodle. I'm home. I announce myself as I enter the house. But a sense of discomfort overcomes me as soon as I enter. Footprints. Uh-oh. Shinji. Did he come for Sakura? Is that the real reason Sakura needed to be at school today? In the hallway, I see marks that look like footprints. There are traces of someone tracking dirt into the house, while the house itself feels empty. Only Sakura's shoes are out front, so the housekeeper I asked for must have gone home. Or they're still here. I go to the guest bedroom. Nobody's inside. Discomfort turns to dread. I go back to the living room. She isn't there either. Tracks in the hallway and in the living room. Someone with dirty feet did something here, and then went outside. I have a hunch. Sakura was just here. She was here in the waiting room, waiting for me to come home. The dirty footprints belong to an intruder. She should be resting in bed, but she isn't here. That's all I know. Strange that I haven't deduced the situation. The answer should be clear once I take some time to think. Calmly. 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 If I calm down and think, I'll figure out what happened here. I don't know, that's asking a lot from you, Shiro. Your brain is gonna be straining itself. But why? Why won't my brain work at all? He realizes his brain doesn't work. This is a breakthrough beyond all other breakthroughs, man. I should have come home earlier. I should have taken this more seriously. Didn't I take Sakura in because I was afraid this would happen? Zaken said Sakura had nothing to do with this. Why did I believe him? As long as Sakura's one of the Matou, there's no way she's related. So why? Why did I accept an explanation that was convenient for me without questioning it at all? The telephone rings. I mechanically answer the phone. My mind blank. Finally home, Amiya. Shinji. Shinji's voice comes over the speaker, his tone pleasant. What did you do to Sakura? Oh, I called you because I thought you'd be sad with her gone. You're really quick, Amiya. That's amazing. You figured all this out before I said anything. I wouldn't call him quick. Shut up. What did you do to Sakura? I came to pick her up. She's my sister, so I can't leave her at some other guy's house. I mean, in other circumstances, that might be honorable, but this is Shinji we're talking about, so it really isn't. Nice, you're getting pissed. I bet you're frustrated I took her back. Frustrated? No way, I don't have useless emotions like that right now. Enough beating around the bush. Tell me what you want. I bet you know. Let's settle things, Amiya. I bet you think we aren't finished yet after last time. No, we are. You ran away. There's nothing left to settle. You still don't get it. That was only because of the difference in our servants, not you. I would have never run if you didn't have Saber. I never would have lost if Saber hadn't shown up. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the Grail War, Shinji. It's kind of the whole point. And he's not all there in the head. Shinji, that is. And, I mean, Shinji and Shiro both, so, you know, it kind of makes sense that they're friends. If Saber hadn't shown up? I see. It sounds like Ryder hasn't told him that I lost Saber. I don't know if she withheld that on purpose, but Shinji still thinks I'm a master. Yeah, that's why he came to take her back by force. In other words, this phone call is... What are you going to do with her? Don't get all heavy on me, man. I won't do anything to my precious sister. Not if you come see me alone. You're telling me to fight you without Saber? Whew, you're awfully feisty today, Amiya. Come to school, alright? I'll bring Sakura if you come alone. Oh, but don't try anything stupid. Ryder's Mountain Field is on the school. If you bring Saber, I'll know right away. Of course, I bet you wouldn't do anything so cowardly in front of Sakura. I hear snickering over the phone. I'll be right there, so wait. Don't lay a hand on Sakura. Sure thing. Come here as soon as you can. You sure took your time getting home, though. Can you believe this guy making my precious sister wait? What did you do to her, Shinji? Nothing. It's actually taking everything I can just to keep Ryder under control. It's just like that night. She's a real handful, and she looks like she spotted a tasty snack. Oh, Shinji's just asking to be murked here. Like, there's not going to be anything left of Shinji at this rate. I slammed down the receiver. Why didn't he come to me? His laughing still rings in my ears. I set off running, nerves ablaze with rage. I go outside. The sky above is dark, and the sun is starting to set. It's definitely gonna rain tonight. Rain with blood! Okay, that's above that. I need to bring Sakura back with me before that. Then... There's no sign of anyone on campus. School has been sending students home early ever since the mass coma spread. Now, after 5 p.m., there probably aren't even any teachers still on campus, let alone students. Delicious Vata. I feel hot iron enter my back. I've already activated my magic circuit. I focus on making my only weapon, strengthening, ready to use at any time. Is it Ryder's bounded field, I wonder? The campus is colored a deep red. Each breath hurts my lungs. I cough violently, spitting blood. Paying it no mind, I run up the stairs. I have a feeling I know what I'll find, even if I'm not sure. Knowing Shinji, I'll be waiting somewhere familiar to him. He'll be in a classroom on the 3rd floor. Okay, Shiro seems pretty confident. I head up to the 3rd floor. The red filter only seems to darken. And I feel magical energy being shaved off me with each step. That's a very visceral description, man. Very visceral. That's a different outfit for Shinji. Okay. Don't think I've ever seen him in that outfit, and it's a statement, I guess. I find Shinji watching me in front of class 2C. That's his name. You're finally here, Amiya. My mind goes white hot with anger. Is Sakura inside the classroom? I need to make sure she's safe as soon as possible. If Shinji's gonna stand in my way, I'll... You're up, Ryder. This is the Master of Saber who cut you open. Pay him back for that night. A dark servant blocks my path. I don't care. I can't stop, no matter who it is. Daggers are swung at me. I predict and evade them so quickly it surprises myself. I move past Ryder's left flank, avoiding an upward cut. Ryder doesn't catch me as I pass her. Maybe her long hair or her stature makes that difficult. I've got him. I'm 5 meters from Shinji. I can close the distance in 2 seconds and target the command spell controlling Ryder. I gag. Something grabs me around the neck from behind. Shiro, you never turn your back on an enemy. Never. That is stupidity in battle 101. What the hell are you doing, Ryder? You let Amiya do whatever he wants and you call yourself a servant. I apologize. I lost focus for a moment. I hear Ryder right behind me. My feet can't touch the ground. Ryder's chains are around my neck, lifting me up. I try to resist, but I can't get a foothold. Ryder is behind me. I can't see my enemy. She's wringing my neck. I can't... Your lack of calm has lost you this battle, Master of Saber. I cannot trust you with Sakura. I'd rather not do this, but you will die here. Everything grows faint. So close. I was so close, but now I hang in the air. Oop, that's a neck snap. Listening to the merciless sound of bones being crushed. Dead end. Yeah, that's all that one coming. Not really. But, you know, when he showed his back to 5. What is the timer for? Tiger Dojo. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the Tiger Dojo, where we save everyone who gets themselves dead in fruitless battles. Wait, do you feel something shaking? We're here to take over the Tiger Dojo. Oh, Ilya. Surrender your weapons peacefully, Taiga. And it's that former disciple number 1. What do you think you're... What the heck? A tank. Ilya. Tiger! Behold Taiga, our army's secret weapon. Weapons ready. Target, Tiger Dojo. Gunner, fire. Excuse me, by the way. Oh no. Did she just defeat a tank? Damn. Huh? My precious tiger left over from the third Gurgur Empire got blown up in one hit? Yes, I'm surprised too. By the way, Private First Class Ilya, I'm a little seriously surprised you drove up in a tank. I thought I'd give you a scare, Master, so I went all out. Guess I'm a little prankster. Oof. I'll kill you. Oh, thank you. As long as you understand. I meant to drag this joke out a little longer, but it's becoming a pain, so I'm allowing you back into the school. Really, Master? Really? We only have 12 episodes of Tiger Dojo left. I can't do this all alone. Only 12 bad ends remain. Plus, there's no way that you'd try that next time if I left you out in the cold. Yay, I scored a regular roll. 12 episodes sounds like kind of a lot, though. Does Shiro get killed that many times? You bet he does. Shiro's mortality rate is the highest in this route, actually. Wow, that's... I kind of figured as much, considering how many bad ends there was left after Unlimited Blade Works, but still. And they're pretty gruesome deaths, too. Compared to when you splatter him, they're more like what you see in a horror film. I feel like the creator's personality is showing through. No, there's no giant women. Yeah, so be careful with Shiro's decisions. This dead end happened because you chose to fight alone, even though you don't have Saber anymore. Don't do that, Shiro. You're up against a bunch of monsters, so you need to team up with a monster to protect yourself. I know you don't want to, but you should go back and ask Green for help. Watch yourself at the next choice, though. If you just do whatever people ask you to, I think a man ought to show more backbone. Exactly, Master. When you don't like something, say something. Shiro should be decisive. That's right. Well then, see you at the next Tiger Dojo. There are 4 Tiger Dojos on day 9. So choose your... Let's make your choices carefully. 4. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. See you next time. Oh yeah, most recent decision point. So this could be a long one, actually. This could be a long one. I can't do this alone. I need Tosaka's help. I have to decide what I'm gonna do next. I chose to keep fighting. Zaukin an assassin, the Black Shadow roaming the town, masters fighting each other over the Holy Grail. I decided I'd stop it all, even if I lost Saber. This is not the time to worry about appearances. I need Tosaka's help if I want to prevent any further victims. I've lost Saber in my command spell, so I'm not a master anymore, right? Yeah, I forgot that important detail. You're not a master anymore. You don't need to involve yourself with the Holy Grail War, and you're less likely to be targeted by other masters now. Right. I wanted the Grail because Saber said she'd needed it. And now that she's gone, I'm not interested in it anymore. Okay, so you're gonna stop fighting. Her eyes are stoic. She asks me a question as a master, evenly and without letting her emotions cloud it. It's a warning, not a question. This is my last chance. She's giving me fair warning that it isn't too late to turn back. No. And she's surprised by that decision. But my answer was decided long ago. I'm gonna remember how considerate she was for asking me. Of course not. I won't forfeit this war, even if I'm not a master. I decided I'd fight to put a stop to it. Alright, then we can continue our relationship. We're mutual enemies, but we have a truce until we beat that shadow thing. She suddenly smiles. Her stoicness from a moment ago turns to friendliness, as if something nice just happened. That's fine, I guess. It's not like I'd know why. Hang on. Why are we enemies? I'm not a master anymore. I have no reason to compete with you. What are you talking about? You might have lost your servant and command spells. That doesn't mean you're not Saber's master. You were chosen by the Holy Grail, even if it wasn't according to plan. That means you have a right to it too. You might be neutralized for now, but you're still a contender. Okay, I mean, you know, fair point. Fair point, Rin. I am, even if I don't care about getting the Holy Grail. That depends on the situation. It's completely possible that you might get the Holy Grail and find yourself in a situation where you need its power. People without greed are influenced by external factors precisely because they have no personal desires. You're overthinking this, Tosaka. Even if I needed the Grail, there's no way I'd get it. It's just hypothetical, but the possibility isn't zero. That's why I consider us enemies. It's why mages who aren't masters anymore flee to the church for safety. Even if they've lost their servants, they're still nuisances to other masters. You'd better be careful. Zalkin isn't the only one gunning for you. I'll accept your advice. I'm not happy about still being enemies with her. What's that complicated expression for? I said we're enemies, but things will stay the same. What's there to worry about? Plenty, because then I can't ask you for help. Huh? She freezes. She stares at me like she's just seen a ghost. You want my help? Why? Because I definitely can't do this on my own. I need to defeat the other masters to stop the war, but I don't have the power to do that. Excuse me. I know it sounds pathetic, but I can't worry about appearances. Out of the few options I have left, excuse me, I think this is the best one. So I can't be enemies with you, Tosaka. I want you to help me, not just honor a truce. Hold on. Have you lost your mind? I'm completely sane. I'm not strong, and I might drag you down. You don't have anything to gain by teaming up with me, and I have no way to repay you. Yeah, normally there wouldn't be any reason to form an alliance. Excuse me. So you understand that much. As you said, your equivalent exchange is a fundamental idea in magecraft. I can't help someone who's nothing to give in return, nor can I help someone who can't contribute to the team effort. You know as well as I do that wouldn't be good for you. I've been letting you consult me during our truce, but an alliance is a different story. If we're gonna be friends who help each other, then there has to be something in it for the both of us. Yeah, I knew that when I asked. Help me, Tosaka. I'll pay you back as long as I live. Oh boy. As long as you live, huh? Yep, that's just the kind of words she likes to hear. She's definitely thinking about it. I know what a burden that is to hear. I know what a burden I'd be to her. But she's the most reliable person I know. And if she's the one who gets the Holy Grail, I can trust that nothing will go wrong. Put a lot of trust in Green, honestly, Shiro. A lot of trust. So she's the only one I can think of helping win as a master. I'd like to hear your answer, Tosaka. I meet her eyes. It's obvious, isn't it? I'm not going to team up with someone who isn't a master. Tosaka. I told you, even if you exist, I can't help you to begin with. Tosaka. Okay. Shiro, you're coming on a little strong here, man. Just saying. It's like we're talking about a real contract, you know? There it is. She makes a show of looking down. Oh, fine. I get it. Here's my conditions, then. She shoots a hard gaze right back at me. What conditions? My conditions for this deal. I'm talking about a proper contract. If you mean what you just said, then I can think of a way to make it work. Tosaka, I've been saying this whole time that I don't have anything to do with to pay you with. Just listen. Okay, go ahead. Alright, first, we can have an alliance, but will you do what I tell you to do? You'll absolutely follow my orders if we get into battle? Yes. I think that's kind of a given. Number 2, can you trust me as much as I trust you? You won't betray me no matter how bad things... Shoot, I forgot to... I didn't save... I was caught off guard and I didn't save. No. Yes, I will not betray... You won't betray me no matter how bad things get. You won't betray me. What's the right answer here? You won't betray me. No, I won't betray you. Yes, I won't betray you. Yes, I won't betray you. No, I won't betray you. What's the right way to say... Honestly, my brain is not working. What is the proper way to answer this question? Excuse me. Let me drink water. Yes, I won't betray you no matter how bad things get. No, I will betray you no matter how... I don't know. I really don't know what the answer to this one is. Really don't know. Oh, greetings, Kevin Anderson. I am enjoying the game plenty. Considering I'm on the third route of the game, I'd say I'm enjoying it quite a lot. But, welcome to the stream. I'm just struggling. I'm trying to figure out the proper context here. Yes, I won't betray you. Or no, I won't betray you. Yes, I won't betray you. No, I won't betray you. Oh, what is the proper phrasing here? Both of these, they're the same thing, right? Both of these are the exact same thing. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny. Okay, this would be mo. Use the first sentence. Can I trust you as... Okay, there... I completely blanked out the first sentence there. Can you trust me as much as I trust you? Can you trust me as much as I trust you? The answer to that would be a yes, then. Like, yes. Okay, so you're okay swearing absolute obedience to me, right? I don't think I said that. Did I choose wrong? Oh no. Is this one of the 4 bad ends on day 9? Did I just stumble into a bad end? She says something ominous. It sounds like a question, but clearly... Oh gosh. Oh, Oh, shoot. I did not even save, so go back. I did not save. I bumped my keyboard. I bumped my keyboard and selected that, so that was not what I wanted to go. So, yes, I won't betray you. Skip that scene. Okay. Let me think this through now. So, she said something ominous, but clearly... It sounds like a question, but clearly. So... Okay, yeah. So she's asking for complete obedience here. I mean... She's not as sadistic as Ilya, at the very least, so... There's probably no need to worry about being enslaved or anything like that. I have a bad feeling about this, but I don't have a choice. If that's your condition, I'll do what you want. Plus, let's be honest, Shiro kind of does not have a backbone when it comes to Rin. He really doesn't. I convinced myself to say yes, even if it's heartbreaking. I give her my answer. Is it just me, or does she look displeased? Just saying, man, this... Oh, I know. I'm a huge Fate fan. I've watched the Heaven's Feel movie, and I predicted years ago that the visual novels would get a remaster for Steam, and when they did get a remaster, I jumped right on it as soon as I could. Granted, that was a long time ago, and I'm still playing because so many other games came up in between that kind of demanded the attention more, especially FGO. But there is a lot more going on in the visual novel than in the movie. At the very least, I can say that much. What, Rin? Or what, Tosaka? Was that the wrong answer? No, you gave the ideal answer, even if it's a little lacking. We'll go ahead with that, since you agree. Just started the Type Moon this year. Suki Remake, FSN, Hollow Ataraxia, and Mayo, and so on. You love your time with them. The Type Moon stuff is amazing. I'm generally... Oh, hang on. Begone, bot. I have only really... I'm only in the Fate stuff. I do have viewers that try to convince me to go into like the Tsukihime and the Mayo stuff, but it's generally only Fate for me, you know? Nothing wrong with the other stuff, I just haven't had the time to dedicate to them properly. But I've not played Hollow Ataraxia yet, and honestly, Hollow Ataraxia, I have no clue where it's going to go, because there's no anime or movie adaptation of it. I'm going to cast a spell on you. It'll make your words true. Oh boy. Things might be a little bit... Make my words true. A gas. A magical compulsion. It's one of the strongest curses there are, and not to be used lightly. With your consent, even I can secure this agreement. A curse of compulsion. Like a servant's command spell. Yeah, but less versatile. It's more like restriction of movement, and I can't force you to give up your life. I'll make it last until the end of the Holy Grail War. You don't have a problem with that, do you? Sure, it's fine. Then close your eyes and don't move a bit. Don't activate your magic circuits either. Circuit, because this Shiro is too much of a dum-dum to not, know that, yeah, I can... There's more than just turning my spinal cord into a magic circuit. Oh yeah, I definitely plan on doing a Hollow Ataraxia. That is on the list after I finish off Heaven's Feel. But, there was never a Fate route, so I can agree with the Fate. Unlimited Blade Works, there is more introspection in the visual novel compared to the anime, obviously, but you gotta admit, the fight scenes in Unlimited Blade Works and in the Heaven's Feel movies are amazing. Like, reading a fight is nice, but watching a fight, whew, that's awesome. I obey and close my eyes. Hear me. You swear upon the scales to abide by our pact. The fault lies here. Let fire overcome water. Conduct Shiro Emiya. A fire lights up in my very core. Tosaka's chant permeates not just my body, but my heart, intertwining with my nerves. I hear a sound like a bottle shaking. next to my heart. A smaller heart comes into being. Okay, Shiro, if you have 2 hearts, I think you need to go and see a medical professional. You shouldn't be making pacts with people if you have 2 hearts in your chest, you know? I hear there's a doctor, like in the Type Moonverse, a Dr. Heartless, maybe? So, as far as doing other visual novels, this is the first visual novel I've ever streamed on. Like, I've only ever streamed the Fate Stay Night visual novel. I plan on doing Hollow Autoroxia after the Fate Stay Night, after I'm done with this. And then after that, I do want to do more visual novels, and I have one in mind. It's one that I played years ago, but I really enjoyed it, and it's kind of niche, but I do want to play it again on stream, called Katawa Shoujo. That is my grand intention of what my next visual novel is after I'm done with all the Fate stuff. The bell rings to announce the end of lunchtime. Lunch went by in a flash. Her maidcraft must have had me in a trance. Okay, done. Our contract is active. Let's meet up at the front gate after school, then. I'm gonna have you do club activities at my house for the time being. Club activities? At your house? Thank you for the follow, Kevin. Thank you very much. Yeah, since we're teaming up, I should teach you to be able to fight on your own, as much as I can, right? I already know you're an amateur since the other night, though, so we'll need to have you come over multiple days. But yeah, thank you for the follow. I look forward to seeing you in chat more. Are we starting today? Obviously, we need to gauge your abilities first, then figure out how to proceed from tonight. You'll be getting home pretty late, but that's fine since you live alone anyway. Right? Alright. Uh-oh. She leaves with a casual... Okay, that did not look like a casual wave. That looked like she had a panicked expression on her face when she disappeared. Like, her expression looked really like... shocked or something. So I thought she was going to realize, oh wait, Sakura's at your house. And, well, you know, Shiro kind of should realize that as well. So I have no idea how active you'll be here since you played this game not too long ago, including Hollow Autoroxia, but yeah, free time, I'll try. Hey, that's fine, you know. Even though you followed me, I did not cast a gas upon you to force you to come to my streams or anything. Just stop by whenever, and that is more than fine. A chime announces the end of lunch. Today's Friday. Classes run until 6th period, and we get out after 3 p.m. Oh man, I told Sakura I'd come home early, but I can't just cancel on Tosaka on the very first day. I'm sorry to Sakura, who I'm taking care of at home, but I need to join. Shiro. Shiro, dude. Like, come on, man. Come on, Shiro. Yes. Fate Grand Order is the primary thing that I stream. Every big chapter, it's the gacha game. And when the extra remake comes out, I do plan to stream that as well, but there's not really any other Fate games out right now that are relatively new. I could do Samurai Remnant, but I don't like that gameplay style, so I'm not going to be doing that one, and yeah. But Fate Grand Order I do weekly, and unless there's, you know, a big thing, and then I do it more than once a week, because FGO is what made my channel what it is today. Well, Tosaka isn't a monster. If I explain Sakura's situation, then there's a chance she'll let me go home early just for today. Yeah, I'm pretty... Oh, Shiro. Once more, Shiro Amiya, being a dum-dum. His idiocy is legendary, it feels like. Or ignorance, maybe? I don't know which it is. Could be, I mean, it could just be both. I wait for Tosaka by the school gate. The sky is still gray, and it looks like it's about to rain. Not to mention this chilly wind. It's gonna be a cold night if there's wind. What are you thinking about? I return to reality. I don't know the song. I was gonna make fun and do the song, but I can't remember the song. No! I missed a chance to do the weird song thing. Darn. I'm lame. Her shoulders are slightly heaving like she ran here. I mean, true. Fate Route Shiro was very misogynistic as well. So, you know, this Shiro is definitely improved. I was just thinking it's gonna rain. Yeah, looks like it'll just be a drizzle. We need to patrol tonight, so I hope it doesn't come down too hard. From the sound of that, she expects us to go on patrol tonight. I'd like that too, but I should check in on Sakura at home before that. About that, Tosaka. I know, we're allies now, so I'm gonna pound some skills into you. We'll make a proper mage out of you yet. Am I? I'm just using the default noise with the game. Like, it's just the video game's music playing. Is this the original PS Vita OST? That's cool. But, I mean, I do like all of the OST from this, because a lot of it is an FGO, too. With a bold declaration, she starts down the path home. Uh-oh. If you smile at me like that, how am I supposed to say I need to go home early today? That's the thing, Shiro. You don't. He's already whipped. We take the long path up the hill, south of the intersection. Although, it occurs to me, because I've already gotten the first bad end of this route, that does mean that the second bad end... Because we're not going to be going back home to notice Sakura is missing. Plan for the PS2 OST, which is the original game if you're interested, though. Yeah, probably not. I mean, I did mod the game. I modded the game so that Saber's proper name is in this. Artoria, not Ultria. Artoria. Saber is Artoria, damn it. Nasu. Get heated about that still. But yeah, I did mod the game to replace all instances of Ultria with Artoria, as she was called back in the day. We're coming up to on the neighborhood with European houses. Tosaka's house is situated at the top of the hill, much higher than Sakura's. Yeah. Oh man, it did occur to me that I'd probably need to patch Hollow Ataraxia with that as well. So I will need to look to see if that's a mod there. Or if I can just use the same mod. I'll figure it out. Wow, so this is the Tosaka mansion. How do I put it? Sakura's house is big, but this one really grabs the eye with its European feel. Hey, J6, welcome to the stream. Howdy things. -3 to Bunny Toria. -2 to Bunny Toria. Okay. Pop in and pop out just to subtract from Bunny Toria. Fair enough, man, fair enough. It also feels cold and heartless somehow. The air around the top of the hill feels like it rejects visitors. What are you stopping for? This is my house. Yeah, I know. I'm just a little overwhelmed. Yeah, it's different from your place. I'm sure even you with your dull magical senses can feel how cold it is. She continues walking with a bored tone. Come on, hurry up. I didn't set any traps, so you don't need to hesitate. -3. Okay, I will not say anything to Janice, though there's no guarantee Janice will not know. Tosaka beckons me in from her front door. Hesitating isn't quite what this place makes me want to do. Grumbling, I steel myself and step through the threshold. It does feel cold, but my mind is elsewhere. She has no idea what a big deal it is for a guy to get invited over to Rin Tosaka's house. Shiro, Rin is not dumb. She knows. She would understand. Oh, Shiro. There he goes, being his old misogynistic self. Probably not, but it's still funny. It's just poke fun. On top of that, why are we doing this in your bedroom instead of the parlor? After showing me the parlor, she took me up to her room like it was the most natural thing. Because all my tools are here, obviously. The parlor is for drinking tea, and that's not why you're here. sometimes I FaceTime Archer just to see what he wants to say. I mean, you know, if they were... I do sometimes wonder what kind of route there would be if Shiro and Archer actually got along. Like, if Archer didn't have the whole wants to kill Shiro Emiya thing, what kind of route would we get from that? Like, if he wants to genuinely help Shiro and not be a sarcastic asshole while doing it. I wish she'd remember that. I'm a same age... She knows, Shiro. She knows. Anyway, just sit wherever. I'm gonna consecrate you with sage and cards, so tell me now if you can't handle either of those things. True, Archer is petty AF. She opens a box next to her bed, filled with treasures straight out of an adventure movie. Is there a holy grail in there? I guess I'll use Grandmaster Kisher's agate. Oh, I'm out of sage. Go downstairs and grab me 2 or 3 sprigs, Archer. Scarlet Sage, right? I don't think you need to go to such lengths to identify him. That's my decision. Go rest downstairs after you bring it. We have an alliance now, so you don't need to guard my every step. You're right. He doesn't have the guts to lay a hand on you. I'll prepare for tonight. Ooh. Oh, Archer. Proving that pettiness, man. Proving that pettiness. That must have been Archer. Really, Shiro? Great deductive reasoning, man. I couldn't sense his enormous magical energy at all. Maybe it's reduced while he's in spirit form. Man, just glazing him. I didn't even notice he was in the same room. That's how it is when he's in spirit form. Even if he takes physical form, his energy won't leak out as long as he's in the mansion. Isolating your magical energy from the outside is one of the most basic steps of building an atelier. Does that go for the Makiri? I mean Mato, too? Yeah, though they don't need to hide it, so if there's anything they'd need to hide, it isn't the magical energy of the atelier, but of the mage itself. One way or another, I hide this magical energy. I was gonna bring Archer to school, but he isn't in top condition right now, so I leave him at home during the day. She rummages around in her treasure chest while making a troubled expression. Looks like she can't find what she's looking for. Is she actually really disorganized? Honestly, he should be able to heal his injuries easily, so why won't the wound Saber gave him heal? All I can think of is that they must have some kind of connection. Hey, why can't I find anything in here beside the Grandmaster's jewels? Normally these wouldn't appear at all, dang it. Normally? She literally throws herself into her search. You know, that's not, foreshadowing or anything, I'm sure. The chest looks small, but apparently it's deep enough to swallow her whole. I'm getting, like, a mental image right now of the Freyrin scene, where Freyrin is half inside of the mimic chest, and now I'm just imagining Reen in that exact same position. So we better hope Shiro is not looking at her, because, as has been evident in this route as well, Shiro is down bad. I mean, if Sakura's sleeping form is too much for him, then, you know, seeing Reen wiggling around like that, Anyway, there's nothing to grit my teeth at for the moment. At most, I can pray that she finds what she's looking for. I absently look around the room. And I see something incredible. It's a photograph. I find it on a bookshelf no higher than my waist in the corner of the bedroom. The photo is on top like it was forgotten there. Dust comes off when I touch it, indicating it's been here for a while. Shiro, don't touch other people's stuff, man! She doesn't clean. No, of course not. She just doesn't touch this photo. Maybe she doesn't like looking at pictures from her childhood. But then she wouldn't leave this out here. It's something important that she doesn't want to touch, I guess. Still, though, people sure do change. In the picture, she's 5 or 6 years old, and she's, well, totally adorable. So her hair's always been long, huh? Wait, huh? In the photo, she's wearing the same style she does now. Only guy I feel bad for is Kirei, does nothing but help, then they never say thank you. I mean, you're not wrong, Kevin. You are not wrong. And hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. +3 to Bunny Toria. Roger, roger. But one difference really catches my eye. Thanks for waiting. I'm ready. This is gonna hurt a little, but don't worry. What's wrong, Emiya? Oh, this... I hold out the photo I found. Woke up and brewed some coffee? Fair enough. This is an old photo. I left it in the corner. What about it? Well, it's nothing really, but... I hesitate to bring it up because since it doesn't matter. I really don't need to ask her this, but something about it stands out to me. Oh, that? You notice my ribbons are different? I nod. Well, of course they are. We girls have lots of accessories to keep our hair up. Do you think I wouldn't change my favorite ribbon after 10 years? I mean, I would assume that you would. Like, I'm not a girl, but I would assume they change their accessories, Shiro. Oh, that does make sense now that she mentions it. What am I getting so hung up on some ribbon for? Just kidding. I wish I could say that, but hair ties are special. Hair is a final trump card for female mages. Bindings are suitable as tools of magecraft, and there aren't a lot of things that can replace them. So your ribbon is some kind of magical item. Wouldn't really think it. Shiro isn't that kind of... True, Shiro is that kind of guy. Yeah, tying one's hair also means bottling up one's magical energy. The Tosaka don't have Mystic Eyes, but we can at least store spare magical energy in our hair. She stores her energy in her hair. So, does that mean that her hair is emergency mana supply? So, she could eat her... If she really needs mana, she can eat her hair to get her mana back. That's what it's telling me. That's what is telling me. Since I control my body, it's best I make my own hair ties. That's right. There is the first ribbon I ever made. It was my favorite, but I had reasons to part with it. You're not wrong, Janice. You're not wrong. Shiro Day was 5 days ago, so gotta support him. True, we do need to support Shiro on Shiro Day. I do wish that I had played this on Shiro Day, but it just didn't line up. And I did not know it was Shiro Day 5 days ago either. Starting the consecration, so seat in the chair. Ooh, it just occurred to me that with the visual novel, I'm cutting off some of the dialogue with my webcam. That literally just occurred to me. I might need to adjust webcam positioning for future streams for a visual novel. Her magical examination ends rather quickly. She lit some incense, did something that looked like a tarot card reading, then I answered some questions that reminded me of a personality test. According to her, you don't correspond to anything. I won't bother trying anything else. She gives up quickly on trying to identify my magic circuits. Wow, so you can't tell? Do it, Janice. Do it. I do have an idea of something I want to wear on my stream on Halloween. Sadly, I do not think I... Well, not sadly, but even though I promised it years ago, I'm still not ready to dress as a sexy nurse for Halloween. I'm not quite that in shape just yet. But maybe next year. Who knows? I'm just saying. Who knows? Maybe next year it'll happen. But I do have an idea for what I want to wear for Halloween. I blurted out a question. That's rude. I figured out you don't have to correspond to any of the 5 great elements. Any consecration beyond that falls outside my area of expertise, so there's no point going any further in, is there? Next, show me the magecraft you can use. I can make some estimates based on that. So she says. Next, I practiced my strengthening magecraft on a clay lump that she gave me. Well, see, the thing is that it is much like the Astolfo cosplay that that when eventually I hit the sub-goal, which, it's not this sub-goal, but the eventual sub-goal, when I figure out the pricing for it, will be the Astolfo cosplay stream, but it's definitely going to be that kind of nurse thing. Because, I mean, I have scrubs, but they're scrubs, you know? Plus, I don't even know what a sexy male nurse would wear. Like, do I need to watch some of those kinds of videos and see what the male nurses wear in them before they do a checkup on the female patients? Next, I practiced my strengthening magecraft on the clay lump that she gave me. Clay is a lump of ether and always returning to being a lump no matter what you do to it, so it's very conducive to magical energy. I was a little worried it might get stuck once I strengthened it, but it's like a shiniku, so don't worry about it. No matter how much energy you cram into it, it'll go back to being how it was in a day. So she said. By the way, she said a shiniku is a lump of meat that never gets any smaller no matter how much you eat it. It's called a shiro in Chinese mythology. A lump of meat that never gets any smaller how much you eat it. A lump of meat. That just sounds kind of gross. Anyway, I tried strengthening the lump of clay. I didn't want to fail in front of her, so I only managed to pull it off twice in 10 attempts. I didn't want to fail, so I only did it twice. Come on, Shiro. It even took me longer to manifest a magic circuit than I did when Saber was still around. Come on, Reen. This is where you realize Shiro does not know about magic circuits. Shira's in one of the aspects of Taisui Xingjun. Maybe. I don't know. While I practiced strengthening, she asked me questions such as whether I came up with my own incantation, whether I can use magecraft other than strengthening, how I was trained, what I form mental images of most easily, and so on. And her face darkens until she eventually stopped saying anything. I don't know what I did to upset her, but having her make that face this close to mine is very uncomfortable. Maybe this is a stupid question, but are you regretting teaming up with me because of how inexperienced I am? Ah. Water monster. I remembered. Okay. I see. Memories are flowing into the brain. Oh yeah, but you aren't just experienced. It's like your way of thinking is incorrect. I'm surprised you managed to live this long operating like that. She muses aloud. Earth to Tosaka, I don't follow. Why are you glaring at me like that? Fine. Looks like I need to fix you from square one. Going back to what I asked before, do you have any projections in your atelier? Atelier. Hell yeah, you know, Shiro has an atelier, that's for sure. Yeah, they stay as long as you don't break them, don't they? She asked me that earlier when I mentioned trying projection out during breaks when strengthening wasn't going well. She pressed me hard for details about that, and just once asked me to project something using the clay lump. She asked me to make an earthenware pot. It went well until about halfway, then it failed. Alright, I'm gonna teach you how to flip your switch on and off. It's actually a lot faster to create the switch inside your body, so I want you to sleep over tonight. You'll need to sleep after such a rough procedure. Wait, sleep over here? Reen, I think Shiro thinks they're moving too fast, you know. He hasn't even taken her on a single date yet, and she's talking about turning his switches on, spending the night. Like, man, for someone like Shiro, this is a lot. Why are you looking at me like that? Don't worry, I won't cut you open with a scalpel. I'm just gonna have you swallow something. You won't be able to move for a while because of how strong it is. Reen, you are not making it sound any better. I wasn't worried about the procedure. I look at the clock. It's already past 5 o'clock. I didn't notice because of the cloudy weather, but it's already evening. 5 o'clock is not evening! She's looking out for me as both an ally and a mage. I'm worried about Sakura, but it shouldn't be a problem to leave her for a day with the caretaker around. She's cooperating with me, so I should prioritize this. Hey, why do you look so reluctant? You don't want the procedure? Well, too bad. I'm your surgeon. Yeah, I'll do it. Just checking, but this will only take 1 day, right? It would be a problem if I can't move tomorrow. To be frank, it could happen. I won't know until we open your circuits. And it's gonna take a while because you're old enough that I shouldn't mess too much with your body. There is also a chance that the surgery itself could fail. That's up to fate. How's your luck lately, Emiya? His luck is trash. Sun is already... Okay, that's fair, I guess. I hate that, though. I hate how it gets darker earlier the later in the year it is. Why can it not just be nice and bright still? I hate driving home in the dark. Bad. And that's what exactly is bad about it. The worst part is that there's someone smiling and asking that question while she has my destiny in a chokehold. Hold on. That would be really bad. I need to go home tomorrow. Home? You mean your house? Yeah, Sakura has a cold, so I need to look after her. If I'm gonna be staying over here for a few nights, then I can't rest easy unless I check on her beforehand. Oh, crap, I forgot. She's fed up with me. She looks at me in surprise, then exclaims, "You idiot, if you'd said that sooner, I wouldn't have kept you here so long!" It's my turn to be surprised. Oh, Shiro, you... He had even mused on saying something to Rin to be able to go home early, and he never did. That's our Shiro. We can talk about the switches later. We can do the rest at your house. She storms across the room to coat rack and dons her coat. Let's go. I've done what I came to do, and we can finish the rest at your house. We'll pick this up once we take care of Sakura, so hurry up and get home. Yeah, I appreciate that. I might forget to say it later, so I'll tell you this now. Your real specialty isn't strengthening, but projection. I don't know when or how you mix that up, but you're supposed to be a mage who creates things. She walks briskly down the hall. Huh? I'm a little confused, but I follow her and we depart the historic Tosaka mansion. Can't get that neck pop. Ooh, interlude. I'm guessing this is Shinji kind of being a little fed up that Shiro's not answering his phone. She looks up at the clock on the wall, the ticking of the second hand ringing keenly in her ear. No, this is Sakura, apparently. Okay. The time has passed 4 p.m. School got out a long time ago, and it's well past the time he would have gotten home, even if he stopped for groceries. Senpai's late. I wonder why. She whispers dreamily, leaning against the wall. Huh? She moves slowly, feeling dizzy thanks to her fever. She's slightly surprised by her own voice. The clock ticking sounds so loud it grates on her ears, yet she can't hear her own voice well. That simple noise alone keeps resonating in her earlobes. The steady tick-tock rhythm of the clock, and the ba-dump of her heart straining to pump blood. The two sounds get into her head even if she covers her ears, making the dizziness worse. That's weird. I was sure I got over the cold. That's why she sent the caretaker home. Her temperature was normal when she measured it, and she managed to make lunch on her own. In the afternoon, she felt like her usual self again, and she looked forward to seeing the real master of the house come home. It's hot, and yet her whole body feels hot. The heat isn't coming from herself, but someplace else. Something between her blood vessels and overlapping muscles, and gaps that shouldn't be there. Something other than herself penetrates deep inside, running like a car engine. Her fever's so hot, so endless, so unlike anything she's ever experienced before that she can't help but visualize it as such. If you asked her whether it feels bizarre, whether it's uncomfortable, she'd say yes to both. She isn't the only one who feels suffocated. The things creeping between her blood vessels and nerves are having a hard time, too. To use an example, they're like puppies, trapped in a can full of ground meat, searching for an exit. What kind of example is that? Who comes up with those kinds of... They're like puppies, trapped in a can full of... What the... Whose demented mind comes up with that as an example? True. True. Nasu. That is the answer, isn't it? Nasu's mind. Fair. They're the real cause of her fever. The puppies wriggling in her body, desperately trying to fulfill their function. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I know the Nasu wrote this. And he certainly can get, creative, to say the least. She finds them adorable somehow and can't bring herself to hate the sensation. The clock is so loud. She absently stares at the clock. It's 4:30. Just a little longer. He's sure to be home in another 30 minutes. Before then, she needs to calm her body down and quiet things running throughout her body. It's okay. This has happened before. Yeah, she's used to these symptoms. She's experienced them many times since childhood, and she's been taught how to relieve them. That's why she thinks she can calm this down. But the fever doesn't recede, and things in her move even faster. Oh, something's wrong. Senpai. Excuse me. Her body won't relax. Everything she's tried before doesn't work. What is she missing? What does she need? What changed? She desperately tries to figure it out, but the ticking is too distracting. She can't think straight. The noise. Finally, she realizes it isn't the clock, but an alarm emitted by the house itself. Well, well. Emiya isn't here. That's convenient. Someone familiar appears before her, tracking dirt into the house. Shinji. Hey now, what's wrong, Sakura? What are you doing all alone without Emiya? That must be a drawback from overusing Rider. Man enters the living room and walks to the girl slumped against the wall. She can't put any strength into her muscles. She never had the energy to move to begin with. I'm here to pick you up, Sakura. No more playing house. He looks down on her with a plastic smile. Shinji. Let's go. I'm gonna settle the score with Emiya. You wanna see him too, right? I'll give you a front row seat. The man grabs her arm and drags her to her feet. No, I don't want to. She tries to free her arm, but she doesn't have the strength to do even that. The man drags her along, putting on a pleasant front. Don't be upset, Sakura. You should listen to your big brother. No, that's not what you promised. You said you wouldn't hurt Senpai. She protests tearfully. It doesn't sway him. It seems he's set on playing the caring brother, mouth drawn in a thin smile. Sobs spill out from her. I care, you know. Grandpa gave me something, but I'd rather not use it. The man pulls the girl outside by the arm. Relax, we're just settling things man to man. I'll keep my promise and you can come back here when we're finished. It's just I gotta rake him over the coals a little bit for leaving my sister in such a starry state. The man whispers in delighted tone, close enough for his lips to be near the girl's ear. She closes her mouth. She knows better than anyone that her brother won't listen to anyone once he's made up his mind. That's a good girl, Sakura. Let's step ahead of him. Let's get a step ahead of him. It wouldn't be good to wait here. And if we're gonna play, I need to invite him to the base I prepared. Ryder, bring Sakura. The man passes the girl to his servant and leaves the living room. Yeah, he is not a good brother at all. Ryder. The girl looks up. She sees a servant with flowing hair, long enough to touch the ground. Excuse me. I'm home. Are you though, Shiro? Are you really? I announce myself as I enter the house. Okay, I think this is going to be the same scene with Submarine. Yeah, the hallway. So there's going to be some added notes of therein. In the hallway there are marks that look like footprints. Only Sakura's shoes are out front. So did Shinji drag her out of the house without her shoes on? That's not very safe, Shinji. Not very safe at all. Ooh. That's interesting. I look forward to it. That makes it sound like it is going to be tough as nails. And I can't wait for it. Didn't see the caretaker shoes. Must have gone home. Alright, so we will be seeing guest bedroom. Anything from Marine will be new dialogue then. So this is new. Mia, look at the floor. The tracks end here. I know. Sakura was in here. Yes, I know. Sakura was in the living room waiting for me to come home. And now she's gone. Your phone crashes. Does it crash or does it crash? Like my phone tends to do. Nothing like footprints, all I know. Strange that I haven't deduced the situation. The answer should be clear once I take some time to think. Calmly. 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 Okay, yeah, this is the same lines as before. Yeah, we already remarked on your brain not working, Shiro. Hey, Emiya. I should have come home earlier. I should have taken this more seriously, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Just keep skipping through dialogue that we've already read in the bad end. Tosaka keeps it quiet, and I nod at her as I pick up the receiver. Yep, Shinji's on the phone. Tosaka leans in close as if she can hear what he's saying. She's going through a range of emotions. Full black screen and closes the app. Well, I hope my phone does not do that. That'll make a terrible stream if my phone just crashes like that. I keep her at a distance with one hand and continue the call. Enough beating around the bush. Tell me what you want. I bet you know. Sell things, I mean, blah, blah, blah. Sabrina showed up. I see now. Sounds like Ryder hasn't told... Yep. Same stuff. Ooh, sit up straighter. Don't get all heavy on me, man. I won't do anything to my precious sister. If you want to... Not if you want. Not if you come see me alone. Yep, same stuff. Clear up some space. Oh, that could be a... That is a possibility. Your phone could be just... Excuse me. Overly full. That is a possibility. I hold off Tosaka. If she interrupts this conversation, it'll definitely go off the rails. You're telling me to fight you without Saber. Nice. I'm glad you understand right away when it counts. Come to the school. Make sure you don't. make sure you're alone. Don't bring Saber. I'll know right away. Blah, 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 blah. Of course, I bet you wouldn't do anything so cowardly in front of Sakura. Oh, Shiro. Don't underestimate Shinji. He would do a lot in front of Sakura. You're snickering. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, as a master, but only if it comes to a fight. Hang up over the phone. Skipping beat, turn on my heel, head straight to the front door. Wait. Are you really going alone? Yes. That's the plan. We can talk later. That's my line. Shinji took Sakura with him because he's got something to prove. You'll get killed if you charge in willy-nilly. I don't know if Shinji's aware of it, but Sakura sees what happens to you. She'll lose it. Right now, we need to consider that situation and make a plan. But I can't just sit still. Laughing is ringing in my ears. So wants to kill me in front of Sakura, huh? I can't say for sure, but it's likely. Hey, are you alright? You look calm, but are you actually about to fly off the handle? Fly off the handle? She's asking me if all I can think of is running off to school and punching Shinji in the face. I mean, I'd say that qualifies as flying off the handle. In that case, yeah, I'm about to lose it. I can't think of anything else. I'm pissed at myself for not saying a damn thing this entire time just because they're siblings. He isn't Sakura's brother, and I let him take Sakura away. I'm gonna go take her back. Don't get involved, Tosaka. Okay, so we know why she's reacting like that to he's not her brother line, at least. Last event that didn't finish was 2019 Halloween with Mecha Ali-chan. Why was that? Similar phone issues? It's just the heater kicking on. I go outside. The sky above is dark and the sun's starting to set. It's definitely going to rain tonight. Need to bring Sakura back with me before then. Wait, didn't you want to team up because you can't save people by yourself? Ooh. Oh, Reen, that's just mean. I stop. Her words are like cold water on my boiling head. Yeah, that was just mean, Rin. Didn't you want help because you can't save people by yourself? Like, that's brutal. Sorry, but Sakura's still in danger. I know it's suicidal to go in by myself, but I don't have a choice. Yeah, if Shinji brought Sakura along, I can't help you on such short notice. But remember, if you can somehow get Sakura away from him, I'll take care of the rest. Take care of what? Shinji? Ryder, not Shinji. You need a servant to fight another servant. I'll be hiding as close by as possible. I swear I'll come rescue you, even if you're 1 second away from death. She's saying it like she's trying to convince herself. I know this is going to be a heavy burden on her. I'm asking her to help with that in mind, and she's promising to honor our alliance. The reassurance warms my enraged heart. His enraged heart. He's feeling that rage inside of him. I can count on Tosaka. In exchange, I need to get Sakura out of here unharmed. Alright, I'll let you back me up. Good, but that's only on the condition you stay safe and protect Sakura. No matter how well Archer handles Ryder, he can't protect Sakura at the same time. And if you give up your own life to save her, that's completely pointless. There's no sign of anyone on the campus. School has been sending students home early ever since the mass comas spread. It's almost 6 p.m. There probably aren't even any teachers still on campus, let alone students. Do you know where Shinji is, Osaka? Knowing him, he'll be in the building. I bet he's set up somewhere high and familiar. Only one place fits both of those conditions. Shinji's in a classroom on the 3rd floor. I'm going on ahead. Come after me once you can. Yeah, I'll sneak in through the front gate once enough time passes. I haven't told you yet, but there's a battlefield up around the school. They'll detect us even if we try to hide our presence, so I need you to distract Shinji and Ryder. I nod and start running. Feel hot iron enter my back, already activate circuit, yep. This is the same line as before. Oh! This is a new scene. And Shinji's not wearing his drip anymore. What happened to Shinji's drip, man? He had some drip on before, and now he ain't wearing it. For shame, Shinji. For shame. You should always be decked out in your drip. I stop. On the 3rd floor, I find a dark-clothed servant and Shinji with Sakura next to him. He's holding a knife, the tip pointed at Sakura. Yes, you did. Damn you. I move on impulse. My legs start sprinting again. The dark servant rider blocks my path. Stop. We cannot guarantee her safety if you come any closer. I force myself to halt. My mouth hurts. I'm grinding my teeth together so hard they're squeaking. Ah, just thinking about that hurts my jaw. Hey there, you came charging in just like I expected, and knowing you actually came all alone. My mind goes white hot with rage despite my attempts to suppress it. I feel so dizzy from anger I almost can't see Ryder right in front of me. What's going on? Why is he doing this? I'm the one who Shinji hates, right? He didn't need to go to such lengths to call me here. Sakura is still Shinji's sister. A big brother should protect his sister. A close family should help each other and smile together. So why is he doing this? How can a big brother do this to his little sister's feelings? When I couldn't do anything to help. Are you serious, Shinji? Of course, that's why I'm here waiting for you. You've fallen asleep on me now. My body leans forward. I won't feel at ease until I run in there right now and pull Sakura away from Shinji. But she's in the way. Ryder blocks my approach to Shinji, protecting him. You fail to understand. What did you come here to do? If you have come, then you must obey my master. You should have not come alone if you intended to fight. What did you miss? A bad end, where we were told that there are 4 bad ends on day 9, so it's gonna be fun trying to fish all those out. Ryder's completely right. I need to keep a cool head. Since I'm following Shinji's directions, I need to focus only on saving Sakura, not beating Shinji. I take a deep breath and relax. Holding Sakura close, Shinji enjoys my apparent dismay. She hangs her head, not looking up at me. I'm sure she's unconscious, right? She's standing on her own 2 legs. She's just looking down because she can't raise her head. Did you tell Sakura about the Holy Grail War? I glare at him without hiding. 4 bad ends on day 9. 4 on day 9. Not 9 on this day. 4 on day 9, which is this day. Huh? Oh, so that's what you're worried about. Relax, Amiya, you didn't tell her anything, so I explained everything, start to finish, about how we're masters trying to kill each other. Were you trying to keep it a secret? Of course it'd come out, you idiot. She knew you were hiding things from her, but she didn't ask out of respect for you. Sakura turns away, grating her teeth so that she won't look up. Ask him, Sakura. Amiya can't hide anything from you now. Go on and ask him anything you want. She keeps her mouth shut, so she keeps staring at the floor because... Why aren't you saying anything? Go ahead, ask him for yourself what he thinks of you, whether he hates you as a filthy Matou woman. She looks like she's apologizing to me. I can't take this anymore. Enough, I'm here like we promised, now let Sakura go. Huh? What promise? I ordered you to come here. All I said is I wouldn't hurt her if you came alone. Don't give me that look at me. I'm not a monster. I'm happy that you care enough to try and take my sister back, and I'll reward that loyalty. Once this is over, you can take Sakura home with you. Hey, Infinity Lord. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Alright. Is that a promise? Yeah, if you do what I say, I'll let her go. It's a deal. I'll honor it. Fine, what are your demands? You want me to get on my knees? No need to go that far. Having a guy on his knees in front of me isn't a turn on at all. I called you here to fight. I said we'd settle the score, remember? Ryder takes a step forward. She isn't exhibiting hostility or bloodlust. She merely advances on her master's orders. But a regular fight would be boring, you know? It isn't fair because I'm not a mage, and we know you'd win in a fist fight. So let's make this fair and have you fight her. You gotta be kidding me! He wants me, a regular person, to go up against Ryder. He may as well be asking me to kill myself. Hey, you won't die at least, I told her to hold back. It'll be annoying to have you hanging around, though, so I'll have her break a few bones. She isn't armed with her daggers. Apparently she really is holding back. Simple, right? Just let her beat you up. Oh, but don't throw in the towel right away. If you pass out before I'm satisfied, I'm taking Sakura back home with me. Ryder closes in. In just 3 seconds, I'll be within her reach. I'm not allowed to resist, but I can't go down easily either. You're contradicting yourself, Shinji. What do you want? Isn't it obvious? I just want to kick the shit out of you. Ryder pounces. I raise my hands and brace for a beating. Instantly. A shocking impact pierces my right arm, threatening to tear off my shoulder. For now, yes. J6 did stop by briefly, but he departed as well. She targeted my arm, which was protecting my head. It's still attached, nothing's dismembered yet, but it's completely paralyzed, and I can't feel a thing. Force myself back to my senses. Unarmed, I don't have a chance in hell. I need strength and something to protect myself if I want to stay in one piece. The next attack will finish me if I can at least turn a thin school uniform into iron, or at least harden my defenses. My left arm protecting my head dips. The sledgehammer-like strike smashes through my strengthened clothes and nearly breaks my limb. Damn it. In the space of a single breath, she's disabled both of my arms. No, I can still move them, but I can't feel anything. With reactions this sluggish, I can't use my arms to protect myself from Ryder anymore. If she goes for the face next, it'll be an instant knockout early on. Ryder is merciless. She rains down fists on me, following Shinji's orders. The mechanical way she does it makes her seem like a machine spinning its wheels. Or gears. With arms that can't move properly, I do my best to guard my face. Her fists were never something I could predict and block anyway. I just need to focus on protecting my head so I don't get knocked out. What is Ryder thinking, I wonder? She doesn't go for the numerous gaps in my defense. All she does is keep pounding my arms and unprotected stomach. The agony is enough to make me feel faint, but it isn't the same force that rendered my arms numb. That's weird. I saw how strong she was at Ryoto Temple. She could have cut me in half if she wanted. Maybe she's just holding back, like Shinji said. You found cheese for the LK, which makes the fight so brutally one-sided using a charm. Be considered a big one. Pardon the yawn. She might be avoiding my head and keeping from knocking out too early, but this still isn't like her. In fact, she's an order of magnitude weaker. The raw magical energy that servants give off is enough to make my skin crawl. At Ryoto Temple, she was a formidable servant, but the rider attacking me now is the same rider who lost Saber in the park. I don't know why that is, but this is my chance to turn the tables on Shinji. I stumble forward. Like someone tired of beating on a sandbag, Ryder steps in and lays a heavy uppercut to my stomach. It's like a pile driver hollowing out my insides. That one really hurt. My not yet healed injuries from last night scream out in pain. The blow makes me vomit gastric juices and I go weak at the knees. Gastric juices, very descriptive there, Shiro. Done so soon, Amiya. You gotta man up in front of Sakura. You look like a total loser. I feel myself pitch forward. Ryder backs off slightly and watches me collapse. But I grab Ryder's arms and force myself to keep standing. Nice, Amiya. You're as stubborn as a cockroach. You're freaking hilarious. Damn, that one really got me good. I'm dizzy and I didn't even get hit in the head. Oh, that was a third-rate show. You're just gonna keep showing me the same thing over and over. I'm getting bored, so let's wrap this up with a dramatic KO. The same thing? You've gotta be kidding. Our positions are completely different now. Can't even tell our positions are reversed since I pulled myself up using Ryder's arms? The distance is about 5 meters. Your endurance has won you this battle. Huh? I look up. What did Ryder just say to me? Break's over. Time for round 2, Emiya. Ryder shakes off my hands. The servant in the black dress resumes her robotic assault. I'm driven backwards. Each of her strikes avoids any vital points that would end the fight. I'm never over. Internal bleeding forms dark bruises where she hits me, and I can't even feel the pain anymore. It's because the pain lingering inside me is stronger than the external pain she's inflicting. She's mercilessly destroying my body from within. Prepare yourself. The servant utters emotionlessly and moves in. That's when I fully understand. This isn't what Shinji wants. She isn't avoiding aiming for my head, or just leaving me barely mobile, because Shinji ordered her to. No need to hold back anymore. Kill him, Ryder. Shinji, stop. Ryder takes a step forward, her long hair dancing in the air. Then she hits me with a thrust to the chest unlike anything I've experienced so far. I can't breathe. My feet leave the ground. I nearly black out from the punch, even though I saw it coming. She sends me flying. As I sail through the air, I hear a muffled scream and a delighted cough. Sakura's voice is much closer now. I fall. On any other day, I would be dead as soon as I hit the floor. She wouldn't even need the impact of the fall to kill me. It's an attack that sent a whole human being flying. I'd expected to quickly punch a gaping hole through the chest on impact. But I'm still alive. She went out of her way to time the punch so perfectly anyone could have jumped back at the same time. That attack wasn't meant to kill me. Ultimately, as Ryder, not Shinji, who decided to avoid hitting me in the face and keep attacking me in a way that allowed me to keep moving. Here goes. I'm at a perfect distance. Just before I hit the ground, I twist my body in mid-air and... grab the knife blade in front of me with my left hand. My left palm wraps around the blade. It's already numb, so the sensation of metal cutting flesh doesn't bother me. What? I bring my right arm around in a wild swing, paying no heed to my left hand being sliced open. I slug Shinji square in the face with my clenched right fist. Get him the old oneer. Give him a shiner, Shiro. I throw the knife aside. Try not to look at the wound. I run to Sakura's side. Sakura is sitting on the ground lifelessly, not looking up. She's avoiding talking to me. I don't know if that's because Shinji or because I've been hiding things from her. All I know is that she's had a fever since this morning. It's okay, we'll talk later. First we'll go home and then... That's enough. We win, Shinji. A voice interrupts me. I heard Tosaka from behind. She must have arrived at some point. Ryder is crouched on the floor, wounded by Archer. Her clothes are soaked in blood. It doesn't look that immediately fatal, but she probably can't fight anymore. Emiya, you broke our promise, you coward. I told you to come alone. You did, but that was an order, not a promise, remember? He isn't a coward for defying you. That's not an excuse. Emiya said he'd come alone, so I expected him to be alone. Sure, whatever. He and I might be here at the same time, but he never asked for me for help. I'm here because I want to be. Liar, why would you come if he didn't ask? He just acted all stupidly honest to trick me. Oh, there's an easy explanation for that. When you were on the phone, I was right next to him. You talk really loudly, Mato. I could hear you even though you tried to cover the speaker. Excuse me. That good enough for you? I wasn't gonna just sit after you took Sakura. In exchange for luring Emi out, you've completely made me your enemy. You keep talking about Sakura too. Sakura, 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 Sakura! I can't believe you're just like him. Look at me, I'm a master now. You're a master too, so you should pay attention to me, not Sakura. I think he might be a little obsessed with Sakura. You know, something tells me Shinji's got some sort of obsession with Sakura here. Oh, really? Then why don't you make your prize servant fight? All Archer did was eviscerate her. Her material cores, her heart and her head aren't destroyed. If you're a competent master, go ahead and heal your servant. Fine, just watch. Shinji backs away and holds out a book. That's Shinji's command spell, the book that burnt to ashes in the park. He had another one? Stand up, Rider. I'm ordering you as your master to stand up and defeat Archer. She doesn't answer. She stays where she is, unmoving. A crimson-pooled blood grows at her feet. Right now it's Rider, not Shinji, who needs help. Ordering her to fight would only hasten her demise. Damn it, you're my servant, so fight to the death, you moron! Shinji clenches the book tightly. As if that's how he uses his command spell. Rider's body starts convulsing, trying to stand. Stop it, that's enough, Shinji. Just give up. She won't last if you keep pushing her. These scum die so easily. Now I'm taking back Sakura. Shinji doesn't rescind his order. I let go of Sakura's hand and start running at Shinji again. But when I do, no. No more. I stop and turn to face her. She cries out in anguish. What? And Shinji's book bursts into flames just like it did that night. What? Gusts of wind howl through the corridor. They come from Rider, who should have been sprawled on the ground, and Sakura. No way, this is Rider. On edge, Tosaka and Archer watch their newly arisen foe. Hey, she's not eviscerated. She's completely healed. The pressure emanating from her is exactly the same as what I witnessed at the Ryoto Temple. Suddenly, she vanishes into thin air. Rider instantly vanishes from my field of view. Get down. I duck in response to the warning and see long hair streak overhead. In an instant, Rider leaps away with Sakura in her arms. She lands opposite me and Tosaka, slightly forward of where Shinji is standing. Huh? What are you doing? I ordered you to fight. I'm under no such orders. As a servant, I only protected my master. I mean, hey, cheese is fine. If it works, man. Rider lets Sakura down and glances at Shinji. Despite the leather blindfold covering her eyes, her gaze is ice cold. Don't be stupid. I'm your master. You're supposed to protect me. Shinji, command spells appear on a master's body. I've never once recognized someone not bearing those stigmata as my master. What did you say? You're a fake. I can no longer accompany you now that you've lost the false attendant's writings. Then Rider turned her back on Shinji. The gesture declares she will never look at him again. Not off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Infinity Lord. Oh, so that's how it was, Rider. You surmised correctly, Master of Archer. In fact, you probably deduced it long ago. Yeah, I thought it was strange. The Mattel family shouldn't be able to produce a master. Their bloodline has fallen to ruin, failing to produce anyone capable of handling magecraft. And there's no way Shinji could be a master, yet somehow a Mattel master was chosen and summoned a servant. That's fine. I thought Zouken summoned you and gave you to Shinji. But it was even simpler than that. Zouken didn't need to lift a finger after all. The person most suited to be your household in the Mattel household right now is... She isn't looking at Rider. Her eyes are directed at the legitimate Mattel heir, Sakura, the mage of the current generation. Dun dun dun! None other than Sakura. Huh? I can't form... Shiro, it's been obvious for so long, man. Especially in this instant. Shiro. I can't form any coherent words. Tosaka and Sakura. I look back and forth between the two of them, unable to process anything more than what I just heard. My left hand hurts. Finally, my mind slows down enough to realize I'm holding a knife in my left hand by the blade. Oh, I really am slow. Even after hearing Tosaka's words and seeing the command spell on Sakura's right hand, I don't even feel surprised. There's no command seals on her right hand! All I can think of is why? Why is this happening? Sakura seems to shrink away, still not raising her face. Her body language seems to apologize to me for not telling me sooner. Transferring command spells in order to obey Shinji Mattel. That's how Rider became a Shinji servant, while Sakura temporarily gave up her authority as a master and went back to being a mere mage. When Tosaka looked at Sakura's hand, she had already transferred her command spells to Shinji. Okay, I have vague memories of seeing people fight that one. Sakura bites her lip. In response... Shit, do it again, Sakura. Give me control one more time. Shinji runs to her, begging. Hey, why aren't you saying anything? You don't want to fight, right? You let me be a master because you didn't want to. So why are you acting like a good girl all of a sudden? It's like he's tearing off the mask of being her brother. His fury pours out through a broken dam. There's no need to stop it anymore. Ryder, are you disobeying me? You're not my master, Shinji. Even if you're Sakura's brother, if you raise a hand to her, I will eliminate you. Ryder lets go of Shinji, who had been clinging to her arm. He staggers back. Yeah, you'll regret that. No matter what you say, Sakura can just make me a new puck. You know what'll happen once you're my servant again. Forget it, Shinji. It's nearly impossible for a human who isn't a mage to handle a servant. It only happened because she transferred her command spell. Sure, you get it. She still has one more, though. Sakura will do what I say, and then... I said it's over. She has one seal left. If she uses it up, she won't be able to control Ryder anymore. Then Ryder will be free. A spell of fake authority created from a command spell can't restrain a servant. As soon as you give her the order, the book will burn just like before, and you're done. What? Yeah, you've lost your chance to be a master. No, you were never one to begin with, since you were controlling her using borrowed command spells. The cracks spread throughout. With a virtual palpable crack, Shinji Mato's very existence crumbles to dust. So it was impossible all along. That's right, I never had any talent for magecraft. Gramps treated me like a failure. My sister felt sorry for me. Of course I knew it, I knew all along that I wasn't up for it. Shinji. It's fine, don't worry, Sakura, this is just for fun. I know I don't have any talent. You're the Mato successor, I can't even crash the party. Shinji, you. Yeah, I know, I get it. So, Sakura, you do the rest. Huh? I said you should fight for me. Listen, Emi and Tosaka are both our enemies. If you're the Mato heir, then you know what to do. Shinji, you still don't get it? Sakura isn't gonna fight, and she doesn't care about you. We're not gonna bother with you now that you've lost Ryder too. Just hide yourself and behave until the Holy Grail War is over. Nobody asked you. Come on, Sakura. You're my cute little sister. You'll do what I say, right? She doesn't answer. She clutches one arm to herself and turns away from Shinji. I don't want to. Let's stop this, Shinji. And firmly rejects him. Go, Sakura! What did you just say? I don't want to. You broke your promise. You said you wouldn't kill Senpai, but then you tried to. That's enough. Sakura doesn't look at him. Shinji stares back at her and then laughs. In that second, I feel an awful chill. Well then, as you wish. There's a sound of glass breaking near Sakura. What was that? She collapses. She drops to the ground, the strength gone from her legs. Bye, Sakura. If you have to blame someone, blame Grandpa. This was always going to happen anyway, so you may actually be better off if you let go now. Shinji runs off. What's happening? She clutches her hands to her chest painfully. The earring she was wearing broke and some liquid drug splashed on her. Oh! She has earrings? I guess you never see her ear sprite enough to know that she has earrings on. Did this happen in the movie? I can't remember. No. She trembles on her knees. She shudders violently like a building being shaken by an earthquake, looking like she might fall apart at any second. I don't know what's happening. I just try to run to her side. You fool, don't you know what's happening? I stop. At some point, Archer got behind me. He grabs my shoulder. Get out of here. If you carelessly feed it, there's no going back. He pushes me back and says something odd. Feed it? What the hell are you talking? My question is answered before I can finish it. The hallway is dyed red. The haze hanging over us becomes a mist that wets my skin, covering the walls in what looks like honey-like sweat. My skin burns. The air. The red world is a realm made of magecraft. Without a doubt, it's some unknown battlefield that will melt everyone in it. I can't breathe. Or rather, when I try, the mist enters my throat and burns me from the inside. It's a mountain field Shinji set up around campus. But now it's on a different level now that Sakura's the master. What? I look back. At the end of the dark red passage is Sakura on the ground looking like she's trying to pry something from her chest. And Ryder facing us as if to protect Sakura. Step aside, Ryder. Your master is out of control. We have to stop her before she develops a taste for anyone else's magical energy. I refuse. My duty is to guard my master. If you're going to kill Sakura, Then I cannot let you pass. Oh, so you'll watch her die instead? Your master is consuming a remarkable amount of energy. Don't you understand she's sure to die at this rate? No, she can avoid that fate if she acquires more energy than she loses. Fortunately, there are 2 mages here. Shinji may have fled, but those 2 cannot escape. I will take your master before the insects can devour Sakura. So your nature hasn't changed, even if your master has. You dote on yourself more than the lives of others. That goes for you as well. You protect your master before mine. I see, then there's no need for either of us to hold back. Archer charges. Not heeding the stomach-like bounded field, the Red Knight runs at Sakura. And clashes with Ryder. Wait, Tosaka, are you sure about this? He's fighting Ryder now. We don't have any choice. You and I won't hold out for much longer, and as a fellow mage, I can't let Sakura fall down this path. Huh? Fall down what path? Is she talking about the association laws against abusing magecraft, or Sakura dying because her magic circuits are out of control? Wait, what do you mean? Why is Sakura... She's on a rampage. Ryder made this bounded field, but Sakura's the one activating it. I don't know what Shinji did to her, but she's lashing out indiscriminately. I'm sure Sakura feels the same way we do, but she's sucking in magical energy. The suffocating person craves oxygen. What I'm saying is, I can't let this happen as Fuyuki's administrator. Can't let what happen? What are you doing? What are you gonna do to her? Ask Archer. I only know one way to stop a mage who's become like that, but Archer might know other methods. Either way, we still have to do something about Ryder. From what I've seen, Archer is stronger than her, but his output is dropping somehow. His output is dropping? I return my attention to the duel. Even I can tell Archer's overwhelming her. He always was the stronger servant, so I'd never expect Ryder to put pressure on him. And yet, that impression lasts only for a second. Ryder's weapon is her agility, so a defensive battle like the one she's fighting now shouldn't be her forte. Ryder's greatest strength is her blindingly fast assault, so she isn't suited for defense. It's odd that Archer already hasn't beaten her and reached Sakura. Could the fact that this hasn't happened yet mean that Archer is the one on the defensive? Archer's sword slices empty air. Ryder's hair whips to and fro as she evades his sword, simultaneously stepping in to cut Archer. But she isn't the only one who's mastered simultaneous evasion and offense. Ultra Instinct? Archer's right-hand sword parries her dagger, pushing Ryder back. 1 step gained, 1 step lost. Their offense and defense are roughly even. The clash of blades continues to echo through the building, with neither fighter able to gain an advantage. Archer's the one getting desperate, though. His energy is steadily getting drained by the bounded field, while he fails to defeat a weaker opponent. On top of that, Tosaka and I are at our breaking point. Breathing is hard enough, and I can feel my consciousness slipping away the longer I stay in this hall. At this rate, we're going to collapse before Archer can beat Ryder. Archer clicks his tongue scornfully, then Ryder stops. I've gauged your strength. Unfortunately, you cannot defeat me as you are now. Ryder declares almost regretfully. What? I'm saying you cannot win. You cannot use your noble phantasm. I don't know if it's because your master has forbidden it, or if you're holding back out of concern for Sakura's safety. However, that spells your defeat. You cannot win against me. Ryder stops her feet, her only weapon faces Archer. She looks so defenseless, like Archer could finish this match with a single slash. I'm not going out of my way for your master, I just don't need to use it. You can't use your noble phantasm either. You haven't accumulated enough magical energy to power it, given that Shinji was your master until moments ago. That's true. Shinji didn't supply me with any energy, so I can't use my noble phantasm right now. That's right, and I won't bother wasting any energy on an opponent who can't use theirs. I simply need to cut both you and the girl down. Yes, go ahead and think that, Archer. That'll allow me to dispose of you without too much trouble. Ryder's tone is serene throughout the exchange. What's she planning? She faces Archer without taking up the stance with her daggers. Ryder, no. I notice a slight movement behind her. Sakura, please hold out a while longer. I'll take care of everything. Stop, that's enough, Ryder. I didn't summon you to do this. I cannot comply with that order. Your life takes priority above all else. Ryder raises her arm. She's 4 meters from Archer. Maintaining that distance, the servant raises a hand over her face. Besides, this is what you wanted, Sakura. She undoes her black restraint. Oh boy. The eyes. Suddenly, everything freezes. Ryder's eyes, they're inhuman. Even among the rare mystic eyes, they're orbits of the highest order. Ashen eyes. Her eyeballs are so different they could be mistaken for crystals. Lightless corneas. Rectangular pupils connecting to the outside world. Her irises freeze, not allowing her eyes to close. Hundreds of millions of retinal cells conveying optical information are made of ether, the sixth imaginary factor. It's a work of art crafted by the gods' affection, or an inborn trait marked by their divine ire. Ryder's gray eyes are incomparable aberration, and yet terribly beautiful. I suppose it is, isn't it? Archer stiffens. Is it because he faced her eyes head on at that short distance? He tries to close his eyes, but the eyelids have already hardened, and he can't move his arms to cover his face. He could try to advance and kill Ryder, but his legs have already petrified up to his thighs. No way, Mystic Eyes of petrification. She almost screams in shock. She's next to me, and I don't know what face she's making. My own eyes are drawn in by Ryder's Mystic Eyes, and I can't look away. My blood congeals. My bodily fluids solidify, and I lose sensation. Mystic Eyes. They're a single-action magecraft possessed by some mages. Eyes, organs that normally function as receptors of information from the outside world, are transformed to enact an effect from oneself onto the outside world. In short, they're items that forcibly cast magecraft on whatever's in their field of vision, and the effects are amplified if the target makes eye contact with the Mystic Eyes. That peculiarity makes them feared as things one must never look directly at, since the very act will trap oneself in the user's magecraft. Because of that concealability and power, Mystic Eyes are viewed among mages as the proof of a first-rate practitioner. The techniques needed to remake one's eyes into magic circuits are worthy of a magic crest. Of course, artificial Mystic Eyes are limited to charm and whisper effects. Powerful Mystic Eye bearers are limited to those born with their eyes. Binding, compulsion, contract, burning, illusion, misfortune. Mystic Eyes with such power to interfere with others' destinies are termed noble colors, and petrification is one of the highest among them. There are no modern mages who possess such eyes. Few mages can even perform petrification with magecraft. Imagine how monumental it is, then, to be able to petrify things simply by seeing them. Breaker Gorgon. Self-seal, Dark Temple. It takes godly power to seal a divine curse. These are demonic eyes possessed only by demonic beasts and holy spirits from the Age of Gods. A mage-based noble phantasm that is the one and only signature of the heroic spirit Medusa, who could turn anyone she saw to stone. Not anyone she saw, it's anyone who saw her eyes. Get back, Rin, the worst is yet to come. Petrified up to his hips, Archer shouts out a warning. Across from him, behind Ryder with her unleashed Mystic Eyes, some dark red wave begins to spread. You say that, but she moves sluggishly. Something black flows down the hallway toward us. The wave narrows like a spear and makes a beeline for Tosaka. She's gonna die. She can't take a single step. Maybe she's been enchanted by the Mystic Eyes even worse than I am. That spear is gonna pierce her through the chest, and she can't do a thing about it. Her fate is a few seconds from now, flashing before my eyes, so...
Okay,
I have a feeling we are about to be hitting some bad ends here. What is the choice? What choice is the bad one? That is the question. So, Shiro seems to be able to move. I don't think it's Ryder sending out this tendril, so pulling Reen back could do something. Doing nothing might have Archer act. Closing eyes and attacking Ryder is just suicidal, I think. It's weird, but I feel like the middle option is the dead end. I feel like the middle option is the dead end here. Excuse me. It's weird, but I get the feeling. Just because, I mean, Shiro can move. Archer still has projection. So Archer could project something to protect Reen. If Shiro does not protect her, Shiro could protect Reen. But going in to attack a servant, that sounds like our Shiro brand stupidity here. I'm the only one who can move easily. Both Archer and Tosaka have been disabled by Ryder's Mystic Eyes. So if we remove the common cause, I run at Ryder. Even if I can't take her down, I can at least break her gaze on Archer for a second. Have you lost your mind? Don't look directly at her. I ignore Archer's voice and charge Ryder. Look down. If those mystic eyes petrify people, then I could just close my eyes. The hallway's narrow. I know how far I am for Ryder. Whether Ryder reacts to me or I manage to pull off my suicide charge, it might create an opening for Archer. But my legs are frozen. They've actually turned to stone. What? Not just my legs. The petrification reaches my waist, hardening my torso, freezing my arms, and sealing my eyelids shut forever. How foolish. Do you think closing your eyes would be enough to block my mystic eyes? Everything I see is cursed, whether physical or spiritual. My throat and mouth won't move. I can't even tell what's happening around me. I'm a stone statue that has no way of knowing whether Tosaka's screaming or Archer's crumbling to pieces. My body is stone, and soon my mind will follow. In ancient myth, there were 3 immortal sisters. Just like them, my body will never change. Sakura is not going to be too happy in that. I don't think Sakura is going to be pleased at that. Tiger Dojo. This is Tiger Dojo, but isn't it strange? Not really. It's the usual fun and peaceful Tiger Dojo. Sakura! I feel bloodthirsty again. No, this is just my imagination. I sense something really bad watching me. So this dead end is one of the usual abrupt deaths. You can't escape Ryder's mystic eyes after making eye contact. It would be wise to focus on defense instead of trying to defeat her. Wait, hold it. Something's definitely off. Someone's behind us, but I'm too scared to turn around and see who. Shiro sure dies in all kinds of ways, huh? Petrification's rare, even in our line of work. It's close. An odd death lurks nearby. Why is it happening to me? Because Sakura's the type to hold a grudge, right? Remember when I said in front of you that Ryder's Master is a rotten snake at her core? Well, you did? Maybe not. Whoa. Somebody help! Petrified Taiga. That's all for this Tiger Dojo. If you curse someone, dig 2 graves. Be careful when you talk behind people's backs. Yes, always be careful when you talk behind people's backs. Don't talk behind people's backs, though. Let's see what happens when Shiro does nothing. Will Archer defend, or will it lead to another dead end? My stiff legs won't move. Paralyzed, I can only watch helplessly as Dark Spear stabs Tosaka. Huh? Suddenly it changes course. The lethal weapon diverts. Instead of flying straight into Tosaka's chest, it changes direction right before impact. Black Spearhead swivels. It comes for me greedily as if discovered a more delicious prey. That's not what I expected. Ow. I hear a dull impact. My body's hot. My vision gets all soft and twisty, like I've caught a serious fever. I think I hear a familiar voice, far away. I'm losing my grip on reality. In my white, hazy mind, the blood coming from my left arm mixes with paint, like paint on a canvas. No. With her hands clutched at her chest, Sakura stares at me in shock on the ground. I see her fall like a puppet with its strings cut. How are you feeling? Have you calmed down? Sitting on one of the church pews, I nod wordlessly. Okay then, you don't need healing. You'll recover along with your physical stamina, so try to rest for now. Tosaka takes a seat a slight distance from me, but our emotional distance is many times wider. How did we survive? We're just waiting in the chapel for Kotomine, not making small talk. When I try to clench my left hand, it twitches numbly. The pain feels like a nail was driven through my palm. My left hand hurts more from gripping the knife than the dull pain of Ryder's beating or Sakura stabbing me through the left arm. Dark clouds obscured the night sky. They seemed like rain clouds announcing an imminent shower. The spear-like thing that attacked Tosaka was apparently Sakura's magecraft. The Matou passed down absorption magecraft through their family. Sakura unconsciously unleashed her magecraft because she was suffering from magical energy deficiency. Seeking help, she accidentally hit me in the left arm, sucking me dry of my power. Magical energy is life energy. It stands to reason that one would collapse if taken away. Already exhausted from fighting Ryder, I fainted right away, and then Tosaka brought us to the church. She says Sakura lost consciousness at the same time I did. She attacked herself. Tosaka murmurs, explaining that Sakura is being treated in the back of the church. She seems to be in serious condition. She collapsed after being exposed to the liquid that splashed on her from the earrings. Kotomene is cleansing her of it while we wait. Tosaka doesn't speak. Archer isn't present, and Ryder is gone too. It's just Tosaka and I in the church waiting for Kotomene. From my seat, I call out to her. What? I want to ask you something. I'm sure you'll do. Fine, I'll talk. There's no point hiding anything now. Nor do I have a choice. You want to know about Sakura, right? I nod. She sighs quietly and then begins explaining in her usual tone. It started a long time ago. The Matou bloodline thinned out, meaning the magical energy, and the magic circuits they were born with, kept decreasing. They originally aren't from here, so the land of Japan probably wasn't suited to them. Their decline began when they put down roots in this town, culminating in Shinji, their latest descendant, who was born without any magic circuits at all. That was the end of the Matou history. If their goal had been to keep up their traditions, then they would have had options like adopting an apprentice, but the Matou are an elite family who never accept outsiders. As a result, their magical power declined with each generation until they finally lost it completely. They tried taking in a disciple after that, but no mage wanted anything to do with the fallen house. That's how a centuries-long history of Matou, the Makiri, came to an end. But that didn't mean they gave up. Shinji's father adopted a child from another family and trained her in the family magecraft. Wasn't his father. So, you probably don't know this given your background, but only one child per generation is taught magecraft. Zalkin told you that, right? If there are siblings, then one becomes the successor while the other is raised to live a normal life. They don't need two heirs. So if there was a brother and a sister, no, two sisters, then what would happen to the child that wasn't chosen? I'm sure that families raise siblings who are while hiding magecraft from them. But that's difficult and inefficient. A lineage that has cultivated its blood and magic circuits for generations might produce children with excellent genes. Even if they aren't chosen as the heir, it would be wrong to let those talents go to waste. Then they would. Yeah, I had a sister 1 year younger than me. The fallen Matou didn't have any mages to adopt, remember? It makes sense they would ask the Tosaka, their ancient allies, for help. I don't know which of us is my father wanted to choose as his heir. I just know I remained as a Tosaka and he gave my sister to the Matou. That was 11 years ago. I haven't really gotten to know her well since then. That was part of the deal. I was told not to interact with her carelessly since she would be a Matou heir. I see, so that's you and Sakura. We're blood sisters, though we've never addressed each other as such. I mean, you probably did 11 years ago, to be fair. I can't know the depth of the feeling behind those plain words, but it all makes sense now. How she's always asking after Sakura, why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm. I'm glad to hear that, Tosaka. You were on Sakura's side all along. The revelation is like a beacon in the dark. I don't know what's going to happen to Sakura or what we should do with her, but in this dark labyrinth of indecision, knowing that Tosaka cares about Sakura is a ray of hope. No, I'm not on her side at all. But then, she says something in a hard tone as if reading my mind. You're not? No, if Sakura doesn't get better, then I'll treat her like any other enemy. I can't overlook a mage that indiscriminately attacks civilians. If Kiri can't heal her, then I'll dispose of her. What the hell are you saying? She's your little sister, isn't she? How can you even talk about killing her? Sakura's the Matou daughter. She hasn't been my sister for the last 11 years. You. Even if we're related by blood, it doesn't change the facts. It isn't any of your business. That makes you no different than Shinji. I can't bring myself to make the awful comparison aloud. What are you doing? The surgery's finished, but the patient is still in danger. If you're gonna make a commotion, do it outside. Kotomene emerges from the church's inner rooms. How's Sakura? Honestly, I can't tell if you're odds or two peas in a pod. I don't understand you two. You're just getting the wrong idea. I see. Then sit, I'll explain Sakura's condition. We sit separately, our attention mutually trained on the priest's next words. To put it briefly, there are foreign bodies, insects throughout her body. They're called crestworms. One might compare them to artificial version of 3 corpses from Taoist theory. Does that ring a bell? No. I shake my head. He explains that 3 corpses are demonic parasites that live in a human's body, reporting their evil deeds to hell. That does sound familiar, but I've never heard of the crestworms before. You don't know? Well, they're normally harmless parasites. They're familiars that feed on their host's magical energy and carry out their functions. They're the lowest order familiars, which only serve to transmit their host's vital status. So they're like monitoring devices made for magecraft. Is Zalkin using them to monitor Sakura? Oh, whoever said the crestworms are serve as Zalkin Matou? I'm really not in the mood for your games right now. Who else other than that old geezer would plant these things inside her? You have a point. Shinji cannot handle the crest worms. That leaves only the blood-sucking worm to control them. Right, so get to the point. Can you save her or not? You're so impatient, Reen. I'm sure you have some idea of her condition, but the young man does not. Shouldn't I explain for his benefit? She looks away uncomfortable. That tells me she doesn't want me to know what's wrong with Sakura. What about you, Shiro, Emiya? Do you want me to skip to the conclusion like Reen? No, explain it from start to finish. No, we do not need another Kotomene speech. I feel bad for Reen, but I won't budge on this point. If Sakura's life is at stake, then I need to know everything. I'll continue then. The crest worms I mentioned are eating away at her nerves. It's because they've been growing inside her body for the last 11 years, the crest worms now resemble magic circuits, fusing throughout her body with her original nerves. The worms have become a magic crest that is normally dormant, having no impact on her daily life. But once active, they consume her nerves and keep feeding off her magical energy to operate. That was the cause of the earlier condition. The crest worms were roaming throughout her body, stealing her magical energy, basically her very life force. Had that continued, she would have died in half a day. Once the crest worms run out of magical energy to feed on, they'll turn to Sakura Mato herself for sustenance. Deprived of magical energy, her physical body would be overtaken by the worms. You have a magic crest yourself, so you must know how severe the pain is. Introducing even the slightest foreign element to a human's body is enough to cause discomfort and at times interfere with vital functions. Now imagine the agony of having some alien creature intertwine its nerves with your own. The distress you would feel every time they moved would be enough to kill you. On that note, I was surprised that Sakura managed to keep her consciousness intact. Perhaps it's because she's strong-willed, or perhaps she has built some tolerance to having crest worms gnaw at her. You'd have to ask her yourself. I hear a noise. It turns out I've been grinding my teeth. He thinks I can understand her pain if I have a magic crest? How the hell am I supposed to know that? I break out into a full-body sweat every time I insert a single magical circuit. Her ordeal is many times worse. Someone like me could never imagine the depths of her pain. Wait, you said they're only if they're activated, so the crest worms aren't usually active? Yes, the drug she was exposed to was designed to awaken them. They're only meant for surveillance. They would only begin feeding as punishment once their host violates some predetermined rule. I don't think I can listen to the priest talk any longer. I know it isn't his fault, but hearing him describe this makes me want to punch him. Good luck with that. I struggle to suppress the impulse and ask, like what? I press him to get to the point. Sakura Mato collapsed and Reen tried to save her, but Ryder prevented her from doing so, correct? It makes the rule clear. She had to continue to fight as a master. The condition kept her crest worms in check. Previously, she had consented to letting Shinji command Ryder, but now she refuses. The crest worms are attacking her. They've calmed for now, but more time passes, the more they'll harm her. As if they're demanding, what are you doing? If you're a master, hurry up and kill them. If you can't, we'll devour you. So she was bound by that rule. It appears to be the only likely possibility. Then she can just stop being a master. If she uses up her command spell and nullifies her pact with her servant, she won't be a master anymore, so... That is inadvisable. I told you that the condition which activates the crest worms is if she abandons her duties as a master. If she were to sever her connection with Ryder, then the crest worms would most certainly consume her. Yeah, right now her only options are to fight and survive, or not fight and let the crest worms kill her. It appears so. As long as the Holy Grail War continues, the crest worms will continue to attack their host. If that continues, her mind won't remain intact, never mind her body. She has magic crests distributed through her body after all. I'm sure you know how absurd that is, Reen. Yeah, I should be used to it by now, but sometimes I want to cut off my whole dang arm. It's bad enough having them only in my left arm. If I had crests throughout my whole body, my bodily functions would erode. That would make someone more like a clump of magical circuits than a mage. The waves of magical energy would rewrite your brain. And Sakura is... If her current condition continues, it'll endanger her life. I don't know how long she'll last, but the crest worms encroach more with each passing day. She'll die if they can't be removed before they spread throughout her entire body, though they may cause permanent damage before then. All I've done is cleanse her. The next procedure will restore her lost magical energy in mind, but the chances of success are low. That's all I have to say. My conclusion is that at this rate, she cannot be saved. Can you accept that, Shiro Emiya? Hell I can. We can't save Sakura? That's crazy. She was doing just fine until yesterday, so why is this happening now? I said we need to eliminate the worms. You can't extract them? You know there's something foreign inside her. Shouldn't you take them out? Extraction would be difficult. The crest worms have already become magic circuits, which are a part of her body. I'm trained in crest transplantation, but I cannot dispel her of those things. Ah, yes, if you still want to extract them, then you'll need to rely on a miracle. The Holy Grail. So it all comes back to that. She has no choice but to fight as a master, and only the powerful Grail can save her. You got the gist of things, Kirei. Thanks. Tosaka gives the priest a perfunctory bow of gratitude. But isn't this happening way too fast? It isn't like the words got implanted today or yesterday. Why are they suddenly at her breaking point? Why is she suddenly? Must, you ask? The crest worms were given to her years ago. She even lost her Tosaka eye and hair colors, so the modifications must have begun at an early age. The changes did not start recently, though they must not have been as destructive as what we're seeing now. It appears Zalkin did not intend to use Sakura in this war. They aren't configured for combat to begin with. I can only presume that some unforeseen conditions must have aligned for him to treat her this way. Unforeseen conditions, huh? I don't know what those are, but are you saying Zalkin didn't favor Sakura until the last few days? Most likely. I believe Zalkin noticed some unexplained change in Sakura, but it's only one reason. There must be other causes for her sudden changes. Once she began using a servant, it would have been constantly consumed her magical energy. If she became unable to free her crest worms as well, what do you think the starved worms would do? Excuse me. I see, so her body's deteriorating because she lacks magical energy, regardless of her condition not to fight as a master. So if she at least stops using Rider and reduces her energy cost... Yes, she may be able to continue her daily life. Of course, I doubt the old man would allow it. Yeah, he wouldn't have implanted crest worms in her otherwise. They'll take over her body if she doesn't fight. But if she does fight, she'll use magical energy and her body will erode away. And that's not all. Zalkin can use Sakura any way he wishes if he so chooses. Use Sakura? Yeah, her life is in his hands, so the only way to save Sakura is to defeat Zalkin. But, Emiya, if you want to defeat Zalkin, you'll have to fight Sakura too. She's like his puppet. You can count on Zalkin to use her as a shield if he's cornered. Correct. Sakura Mato is a convenient pawn to Zalkin. He'll manipulate her just like he did Shinji. In fact, her powers as a master exceed his. She can be driven by the worms to go on a rampage, just as Zalkin desires. However, the thought of playing into his hands doesn't sit well with me either. I'll continue to perform surgeries on Sakura Mato. Right now I've purged her of the drug and given her anesthesia. Next I'll focus on extracting the worms and helping her body recover. Huh? Wait, Kirei, you... They are disparate measures, but I'll do what I can. I cannot let Sakura Mato die this way. It would sully my image as a priest seeking a divine miracle. I'm right there with Tosaka. I haven't known Kotomene as long, but I didn't expect it from him at all. Neither did I. It's not just a hunch. I can tell Kotomene sincere and seriously intends to save Sakura. It might be a matter of course for a priest, but I still feel like I'm witnessing something inconceivable. Did the hell just freeze over? I've never seen you go to such lengths for someone else. It is no mere whim. It would frustrate me to see her die. Of course, perhaps you would prefer it if it was one less person to deal with? The priest answers dispassionately. Tosaka glares at him for a moment. I'll leave that to you. I'll be back once the surgery is done. She remarks and leaves the church. The church returns to silence now that she's gone. The priest silently watches her go while I stay seated with nothing else to do. What are you doing? You won't be useful here. I don't want you in the way either. Go kill some time until the surgery is finished. I won't get in your way. I trust you with the surgery. You healed that woman before. The scale of work to be done can hardly be compared to before. Sakura Mato stopped her rampage by attacking herself. She likely poisoned herself after she attacked you. To put it simply, she attacked her own mind to stop Zalkin from controlling her. Only 23 minutes. Only. Surgery is akin to restoring a stopped heart. However, the stalled crestworms are keeping the body alive. If I can revive her mind, I will consider it a success. But if you're there, it'll hinder my work. It would be a problem if you blundered into the room upon hearing her suffer, and first of all, you have no obligation to bear that burden. Sakura Mato is a stranger to you. A stranger? You should not sympathize with her. There's nothing you can do. Just as Rin did, it's best if you leave quickly. Why, if I can't do anything to help, at least I can pray that she'll be alright. That would be a sin. You don't have the right to share in her pain. You still don't understand? I'm saying that if you're here, it will cause the surgery to fail. Sakura Mato right now, Shiro Emi is nothing but an enemy. Huh? I can't even ask why. The priest's heavy words point out a sin I didn't even realize. Sakura Mato feels guilt towards you. She'll refuse to wake up if you're by her side. She feels guilty. Yes, although it's more like repentance than guilt. As the Mato heir, she has been subject to years of experimentation. It isn't difficult to imagine what sort of education Zalkin had in store for her. Sakura Mato is not the chaste maiden you wished her to be, but a foul witch, sullied by his worms. Oh man, Kirei just dropping that truth on poor Shiro. That doesn't surprise me. I know the feeling now. The moment I found out Sakura's a master, the command spell appeared on her hand, I silently accepted reality. While she tried to keep the truth from me, she always sought salvation. I don't know how long she's had to endure such torture in the name of the magical inheritance. But what could people close to her do, knowing nothing of her plight? That is why you're not even qualified to pray for her. If you still care about Sakura, then leave. That is all you can do right now. I stand up. It's not because I lost an argument with this guy. I'm just acknowledging what he says is true. If I really care about Sakura, then I shouldn't be here. This thoughtless brain of mine shouldn't try to care for Sakura. I turn my back on the priest and start walking out the church. Good. One more thing, though it may not need saying. I don't bother turning around. I stop in front of the exit. You mentioned the female victim before when Shinji was still commanded rider. She was basically a dead woman, but your quick thinking saved her. My temper rises. Why do I immediately realize the reason he's telling me this? That's right, I don't need to spell it whose wrongdoing it was. When a servant attacks a human, the responsibility lies with its master. You're saying it was Sakura's fault. Not at all, I'm merely assigning responsibility, not discussing morality. You saved the woman, and that is a fact. But if I'd made the wrong choice back there, Ryder would have killed the woman. And that would be... Let us discuss this another time, Shiro Emiya. Yeah, he's been very self-aware. He said that his brain is not working many a times in this day. Even if Sakura Mato recovers, the outcome will not change. Even if she regains her sanity, the same thing will happen again. When it does, who will you protect? I don't know when Sakura will do that again. I don't have an answer for him. I walk quickly to the exit like I'm running away from his words. Do you remember why you became a master? I gnash my teeth as I walk. His words are an ultimatum. You said you would do the right thing. Then you must make a decision. Will you kill yourself to stay true to your ideals and convictions, just as Kiritsugu Emiya did? I shut the door. The door to God's house is as heavy as the cross he bore. It smells like rain. The courtyard is empty, devoid of churchgoers. Instead, I come across a man waiting for me without his mistress. Strangely, I don't even wonder what he's doing here, or why he was waiting for me. The Red Knight watches me quietly for a moment, then closes his eyes as if coming to a decision. I'm sure you understand, Shiro Emiya. What you're fighting, whom you must kill. That was a great line. He gives a clearer answer than I ever could. The words are enough to freeze my heart cold. I know. I said I'd fight to put a stop to the war and to keep innocent people from being caught up in the Master's conflict. I asked Saber for help to carry out that decision. I won't hide from that. And now Sakura is the Master I need to stop before anyone else. I acknowledge it, but I can't say it out loud. The Red Knight says nothing. We both stand there in the overcast sky, watching one another. Then do what you want. My objective has changed. Now that it has appeared, the time for personal vendetta is past. Huh? This is a warning. If you intend to stay true to your principles, then go ahead. But if you choose a different path, then Shiro Emiya has no future. You mean I'm gonna die? If you consider death the same as denying who you are. Until now, you've lived your life for the sake of everyone. Isn't that right? How can you twist your oath into abandoning everyone else so that one person may live? His assertion doesn't carry a note of irony. I sense some kind of determination and emptiness in Archer's words. I don't know or care which path Shiro Emiya will choose. But if you're going to deny everything you are and try to protect a single person, you will be judged for that sin. His footsteps fade into the distance. I start down the hill plagued by doubts. Before I know it, I'm sitting on a park bench. I don't feel like going home, but I can't wait at the church either. This park is far from both my house and the church. It's been a few hours since I learned Sakura's a master. It's the perfect waiting spot to symbolize how I'm sitting on the fence, unable to make up my mind about anything. An answer. I need to come up with an answer, but my thoughts are scattered and I can't figure out what I'm supposed to think about. As a Matao hair, she's been it's not difficult to imagine. Yep, so just what was said before. Shut up. I don't need him to repeat that to me. Even an upstart major like me knows that. What it means and everything she's had to go through. Why didn't... Yep. You have no right to have feelings for... I must have, like, skimmed over that line. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I know, I don't need you to tell me that. Why didn't I notice at all? My molars are broken. I've been clenching my jaw so much today, it would be a wonder if my teeth didn't break. Ow! Just thinking about that hurts my jaw. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! I crush exposed nerves. The pain stabs into my head. I can't even tear apart the hatred in my mind. Fire blazes in my brain. When I think back on all our time together, now I know the truth, it drives me crazy. Sakura was laughing. She always smiled peacefully, and I just basked in it, oblivious to her suffering. It doesn't matter whether her smile was genuine or forced. Now, when I realize how much pain she was hiding behind her smile, it makes me want to kill someone. Zouken. I can't forgive him. I don't need him to atone, I just want to erase him right now from Sakura's life. It's all his fault. If not for Zouken, Sakura would have never grown up. She would have grown up like any other girl. She never would have had those bizarre crest worms implanted in her. If not for Zouken, she would have never become a master. Shinji would have never fallen so far, and they would have lived normal lives. That's why. If I can just get rid of him, then this will all, well... I punch the bench, tearing the open wound on my left hand and splattering the white bench with red blood. The colorful contrast brings me to my senses. I'm so weak saying that. What can I even do about it? I run out of pity for my own stupidity. That doesn't matter. Blaming people won't fix anything. But it doesn't make me feel any better. I won't deny what Zouken's done to Sakura, what he's going to do, what he's here to do now. Thinking about it disgusts me, and like the snake's tongue flicking out, makes me feel envy at having something precious to me stolen. It doesn't make my failures any better either. I'm the one who didn't notice it. No matter what Zouken might have done, I was the only person who failed to notice any of it. No, I didn't fail to realize it. I didn't even try to notice. The night I faced off against Zouken, he said that Sakura wasn't involved, and I believed him. What an idiot I am. More self-realization from Shiro. Why didn't I believe what he said? As long as Sakura's one of the Mato, there's no way she isn't related. The night I lost Saber, I experienced firsthand how that fiend Zouken views human life. He gave Rider to Shinji, so he'd be just as willing to do something to Sakura. And yet, I ate up every lie he fed me just because it would have been convenient if they were true. I actually did notice back then. I would have arrived at the truth if I just thought about it a little. That's why I wasn't surprised. When I learned Sakura was a master and that she'd endured an upbringing that she could never talk about, it all felt obvious to me. I tried not to think about it because I couldn't bear to come to terms with it. If I noticed, then I'd have to fight. If Zouken is evil to other humans, then the right thing to do would be to fight the evildoer. No. The right path is already laid out for me. If Sakura becomes Zouken's puppet and makes Rider indiscriminately attack people again, then there's only one thing for me to do. That's why I've trained myself in magecraft and lived the way I do. To save people from disasters beyond their control. So I already know what to do. The Red Knight was right. If I become a bad person, I don't want to hurt Sakura, and I sympathize with her. But she isn't an exception. No matter how precious she is to me, if it means allowing another tragedy to happen. As long as it's you, Senpai. Ugh. I have to eliminate her. It's nothing to hesitate about, so why? Why am I trying so hard to keep down the vomit rising in my throat? Because it goes against your very nature. I endure the nausea. I wonder how long I've been sitting here. I don't have time to fixate on trivial thoughts. Tosaka said she'd be back once the surgery is finished. The town smells like rain. I'll go back to the church and check on Sakura one more time before it starts to pour. Then... something crashes into me. I'm suddenly hugged from behind. Even without turning around, I know who it is. This pale girl is the person I always meet in the park. Did I scare you? I saw you walking around town, so I came to see you. Ilya laughs cheerfully. Ilya jump scare in a sudden mood shift. Or not. Her innocence hurts. I know it's selfish, but right now I don't want to see anyone laughing. Why are you ignoring me, Shiro? It's rude to sulk when a girl is talking to you. I wish she'd be quiet. To be honest, I don't have time for this right now. Hey, Shiro, you should listen when people are speaking to you. Sorry, but I don't have time for this. Go play by yourself. Aw, but that's boring. I came all the way here to see you. You haven't come by since then, and if I let you go today, you wouldn't show up again. We never promised to meet here every day. Plus, it's nighttime. Aren't masters supposed to kill each other if they see each other at night? As soon as I say those unkind words, my nausea returns. I despise myself so much I want to hit myself. Ellie's just trying to make me feel better, but I'm pushing her away. Why? You're not a master anymore, so I can just let you leave. You know I'm not a master anymore, Ilya? I know everything. You lost Saber and Reen lost Ryder, but Ryder's master collapsed, so there are only 2 of us left, right? Ilya recounts it all cheerfully. It all sounds like she's laughing at Sakura's fate. Victory is within sight. Ryder's master's gonna be self-destruct, and Archer's no big deal. Now that Saber's gone, there's no one left to beat my berserker. So come on, let's play. You're not a master anymore, so I'll invite you to my castle. Ilya rudely tries to hug me. Her carefree smile irritates me. Shut up, I told you I don't have time. Go play by yourself. I shove Ilya away in anger. Ooh, Shiro. Shiro's got the Shiro temper is rising. It's rising and lashing out indiscriminately rather than being focused in. Shiro is definitely close to breaking. It's too late to regret it. Ilya stands there in surprise. I don't have to look at her to tell how shocked she is. I threw aside her sincere goodwill. All the kindness she's shown me just went down the drain. I bow, unable to bear the silence. Sorry, Shiro. A small hand strokes my hair. Huh? Ilya, aren't you mad? I'm not mad. You look like you're about to cry, you know. I don't know what happened, but I'd feel sorry for you I'd feel sorry for you if I hated you too. So no matter what you do, I'll be on your side. Pure white fills my vision. That one sentence. Those simple words wash all the turmoil from my mind. On my side. Yeah, it's only natural to protect someone you love, right? Even I know that. She'll be on my side. Just like that, Ilya says her reason for being someone's ally. I know whether it's right or wrong. What I've protected so far and what I want to protect. I can tell which of those is right and which one is wrong. With that in mind. Okay, so another choice here. This has to be a bad end choice. It has to be, because we won't, unless I missed one somehow. We've had 2 bad ends so far on day 9, and there are supposed to be 4. So one of these choices needs to be a bad end. And it might, but I was specifically told in the Tiger Dojo that there are 4 bad ends on day 9. And I've only experienced 2 of them. I'm not looking at the flowchart right now. I'm going to wait until I'm done with day 9 to look at the flowchart. But so this is obviously a shatter point for Shiro here. I do know the name of one of the bad ends in Heaven's Feel is Mind of Steel. I'm wondering if choosing to do the right thing might be Mind of Steel here, because this is the point where Shiro's mindset should start to shift. So I think that doubling down and being willing to put Sakura down might very well be the Mind of Steel ending. The fan-named one. I know it's right. What keeps me alive? I can't turn my back on the thing that kept me alive. Sorry, Ilya. I can't protect something so obvious. I still my mind and turn it to steel. I think I got it. It's over. They all stop. The gastric juices rising to my throat, the pain racking my bowels, and the tears threatening to erupt from my eyes. I won't compromise my principles. For the sake of those who couldn't be saved, I won't let any more people share the same fate. Oh, in the end, you're choosing the same way as Kiritsugu. You'll abandon the people who are most important to you for someone you don't even know. He was a man who cast aside his most important people for what he believed in. I've chosen the same path. This marks the 2nd time I've betrayed Ilya. By choosing not to side with Sakura, I've also chosen not to side with Ilya. Yeah, I'm the same as Kiritsugu. If you're gonna hate someone, hate me. My heart is turning to hard iron. Neither scorn nor hatred weigh on me now. The silver-haired girl doesn't say anything. Now is her chance to take the revenge she couldn't against Kiritsugu. And yet, I feel sorry for you, Shiro. You're going to keep deceiving yourself forever, all the while looking like you're about to cry. With a dwindling smile, Ilya bids me farewell. It began to rain. There is no one left at the park. Things should be finished at the church by now. I open the door. Tosaka's standing in the corner of the chapel. It looks like she's been here for a while. From the way she stands, I can feel certain determination. It's the face of a ruthless mage who's decided to treat Sakura as an enemy if the crestworms can't be removed. She doesn't look at me, and I have nothing to say to her. For a long time, the chapel is filled only with the drumming of the rain. I'm not sure how long it goes on for. Surgery is finished, there's nothing more I can do. Kotomene appears, breaking the silence. How's Sakura? I've done all I can. I have nothing more to say. The outcome is expected. There was never any way to save Sakura. Sakura Mato is sleeping. She will likely wake up tomorrow morning. What will you do as the Tosaka heir, Rin? That goes without saying. It's the administrator's job to drive out a mage that's fallen from the path. Doubly so when it's my own family. Tosaka starts to walk towards the back of the chapel, where Sakura is sleeping in the back room. You're not going to stop me, Emiya? Tosaka turns to face me as she reaches for the door. I answer her with silence. Then you're fine with this, even if I kill Sakura. I don't have an opinion, but if we can switch places, then I will. Ooh, Shiro. No, this is my duty. I can't yield it to you. This is feeling like kind of Emiya alter. I mean, I know this is not how we get Emiya alter, but this feels like Emiya alter mindset. Tosaka opens the door and disappears into the back. I'm surprised. I thought you would stop her. So you've made your mind. Now the Holy Grail War will return to normal. It is somewhat anticlimactic, but an enjoyable conclusion all its own. Enjoyable? What's so fun about it? Do you like betting on who will win or lose? Predictions? There's no need for such a farce. You will win. Now that you have cast off Sakura Mato, you will use any means necessary to kill Zouken, kill Ilya, kill Rin. That is the outcome I look forward to. Why? I'm not going to fight Tosaka. I don't have any reason to stop her from getting the Holy Grail. No, you'll fight. Once you learn of the Grail's true nature, you'll be the one forced to fight Rin. Now that Rin has been forced to kill Sakura, she will have a breakdown unless she obtains the Holy Grail. I mean, we know how Emialter came to be, and it is tragic, and is one of the reasons why the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched will always be the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched. She will try to win for her own convictions, while you will destroy the Grail for your own ideals. Each of you can no longer abide by the other, and so the final act of this Holy Grail War will fall on your shoulders. The priest moves to leave the chapel. He must have guessed that the deed is done. In the room where Tosaka is with Sakura. So you think I'll be the last man standing? Of course, you're now Kiritsugu Emiya. There is no way you would lose. The priest departs, leaving only Shiro Emiya in the chapel, with a mind made of steel. The priest's prediction is true. I'll keep fighting, defeating Zouken and Ilya, drive Tosaka away, and destroy the Holy Grail. Then, this war will end. I've sworn to do the right thing. This is the first price I must pay to stay true to my ideals. I wonder what Gilgamesh's reaction is to this Shiro. The conclusion to my path is obvious, and needs no further explanation. Shiro Emiya will forge his mind into a steel sword, and become a champion of justice. Because, I mean, this Shiro Emiya is way different from normal. I really wonder how Gil would react to this Shiro. But that's 3. I definitely think I must have missed one at some point. It must have been something to do with the contract. Why is Rin's picture up there? Oh, there's an extra painting there. Not much I can say at this time. This, too, is one possible outcome. Dummy. Alright, no complaining. This Tiger Dojo's cancelled. We'll be waiting at the next one. Wow, not even they have anything to say. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, if Shiro manages to, as a third-rate mage with no servant, win the Holy Grail War, I think that even this Gilgamesh would give him respect. Let's be honest here. I think even this Gilgamesh would give a Shiro that takes down Ilya, Reen, Zaukin, solo, he would get some respect. But we're going to do the proper thing for the Sakura route and be on Sakura's side. I'm sure I'll regret it if I keep lying to myself, even if I keep going. But where responsibility lies, good and evil, the thought of losing Sakura weighs heavier on me than any of those concerns. It's not even about making up my mind. I just want to protect Sakura. Yeah, it's natural to protect the girl I love. Even I know that. Right, and I'll be on your side because that's how you are. Ilya laughs happily. Her innocence gives me courage. I don't know if this choice is wrong or not, but I'm sure I won't regret it. Sorry, Ilya. I need to go. Yeah, I'll forgive you because you're making a face like that. See you next time, Shiro. Yeah, bye, Ilya, and thanks. I leave the park. Shaking off my doubts, I run to the church. I've decided on my answer. I don't know how much Sakura has supported me since my old man died. I've always thought of her as my kohai, and tried not to see her as a member of the opposite sex. I kept lying to myself because I wanted her to stay by my side. But this isn't a situation I can lie my way through anymore. Shiro Emiya does not want to lose Sakura Mato. That's all. If I can't think of anything, then I can just trust in my one sure feeling. Even so, in the depths of my mind, if you try to protect a single person, I can't shake off Archer's prophetic words no matter how hard I try. It begins to rain. The winter rain mercilessly pelts me as I run. Winter rain sucks. Interlude. Ooh. What kind of interlude are we getting? Something was making a dragging sound. She knew this sound well. It was the scraping of countless insects dragging bodies. The chitter of the multitude swarming over the walls. She knows this place well. This dark, damp, hidden room. This underground mausoleum. This green darkness was the first room the Mato put her in when they adopted her. A lone figure stands in the dark. She isn't sure whether to call him human, but he resembles a human. The figure called for her and ordered her to fight instead of Shinji. She was prepared for this. At the very least, she accepted that it would come to this 2 days ago. But now her determination was waning. She'd been losing her will to fight ever since she learned that Shiro Emiya, was a master. She was sent to the Emiya household to monitor him. But Shiro Emiya didn't have the aptitude to be a master, and he knew nothing of the Holy Grail War. She figured that out right away, so her assignment never really mattered to begin with. Using surveillance as an excuse, she kept living as Shiro Emiya's kohai. She told herself that they wouldn't have to fight. She was optimistic that even if her identity came out someday, they would never end up fighting each other. So, how did it come to this? Grandfather, did the masters have to kill each other? She knew well how the old man would answer. But she still had to ask. And yet... Well, if you insist, you may show mercy to one or two of them, as long as you take their servants. You can turn the remaining masters into playthings or puppets as you wish. His answer was slightly different than she anticipated. You don't understand? You don't have to kill all of them. Dispose of the ones that are too dangerous to leave alive, of course, but it's fine to overlook ones that aren't a threat to you. This is our deepest desire, yes, but I can make a few allowances for my adorable granddaughter. Just slightly, his words eased her caution. Sometimes the old man could be kind. When teaching her the Matau ways, he was utterly inhuman, displaying the savagery of a beast or worm. In conversation, however, he could give off the air of a pleasant older gentleman. But she knew not to be fooled. This could be a momentary whim, or some calculated manipulation. More importantly, if she agreed now, then she was bound to end up fighting him. Even if she didn't have to kill him, she didn't want to fight him. Still not satisfied, what a silly girl you are. You will never obtain what you desire by being so timid. This is a good opportunity, you know. You can just take what you want by force. Sakura, how long do you intend to play observer? Just take what you want. You have the power and privilege to do so. She didn't answer. There wasn't anything she wanted to begin with. She simply had a longing, not even a hope that he might accept her. She is dirty and impure, not worthy of him. So she would work to become someone good enough to sit by his side. She would be happy just to stay by him until that time comes. It would be disastrous to hope for more. Not just for herself. It would surely cause him to meet an unwelcome end as well. Grandfather, I cannot fight. I'll keep letting Shinji ride her. She said it in a trembling voice, knowing she might draw her grandfather's ire. She knew well what it meant to defy him. Her limbs quiver. She was so terrified she might cry. However, it wasn't her grandfather's wrath she was afraid of. No, what she fears the most is, when she can no longer bear the pain, she may end up obeying the old man's will in the end. No helping that, I suppose. After all, I wouldn't want to be too forceful and lose my precious heir. I'll just watch from the sidelines this time. She gasps. She doesn't know how serious he is, but her grandfather has accepted her request. Her trembling stops and warm relief floods her chest. And then, when her guard was down... That would be a bit vexing, though. This time the Tosaka girl is of rather fine quality among potential hosts. She may have just the chance if fortune favors her. The old man remarks in a disappointed tone. It feels about average so far. My sister. The other shoe drops. Her intuition tells her that her sister can definitely win this war. That's just the kind of person she is, dashing gallantly through life, getting everything she wants like it's the most natural thing in the world. She won't even spare a single glance for Sakura, and carries off everything she wants with her. Then she is sure to win. An icy feeling spreads through her body. She doesn't care. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to it a long time ago. Nissan will get everything. All the pain I've put up with. The bright future I've always hated. And worst of all, the one person close to me are all going to disappear. The space around her feet warps. The words make her dizzy and she vomits. Her chest hurts. Then, in her chest, she's assailed by a nasty stabbing sensation. It's beginning to rain. Cold winter rain hammers the rain gutter. She slowly opens her eyes. Apparently she was dreaming about the events of the last few days. She was sleeping on this operating table in this room made of stone. In front of her is a priest she's never seen before, who somehow reminds her of herself. You're awake. Do you require an explanation, Sakura? No, I know my own body. Her answer is plain. Without looking at the priest, she stares at the wall, listening to the rhythm of the rain. Very well, then get dressed, quickly. Rin, Tosaka, and Shiro Emi are waiting next door. I need to explain your condition to them. I'd assume you'd rather not flee the building without your clothes. You'll let me run away. You're free to flee or stay. I simply saved your life. It is not my place to decide your next actions. It would be a waste of my time and effort if you died so quickly. I would prefer if you survived until the end. And why is that? It's more enjoyable that way. If you live, then Rin, Tosaka, and Shiro Emi will feel anguish. I find it pleasing when more people suffer. The priest turns his back on her. You will head to the chapel next, not sparing a second glance for the girl hugging herself on the operating table. Now will they spare Sakura Mato or kill her? If you are interested in their choice, then stay here. The building is more cheaply built than it appears. Why, one can even hear conversations in the chapel from this room. Suppressing a melancholy chuckle, the priest goes off to the central garden. What should I... She hugs her knees. The sound of the rain drowns out her quiet weeping. Interlude complete. Alright, now we're going to see the next scene. Only Shiro is going to stop Rin. Open the door. Yep. 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 Same lines. We're not going to read the same lines again. So we're going to wait until new ones. Of course there's more. We have to see what happens now that Shiro's chosen to stand by Sakura. This will probably be the last scene, I imagine. Oh, wait. That was new. Wait, Kiri, what happened to your magic crest? So you could tell. As you can see, I used them all to heal Sakura Mato. You used them all. Tosaka gasps. I'm not sure what they're talking about. All I can tell is that something happened to Kotomene's magic crest, and Tosaka is really surprised. Do you know what you've done? That's your magic crest, you know. How can you just lose something that's been built up over generations? I had no other option. The crest I inherited from my father is not permanent like yours. It's meant to be consumed the more it's used. After all, we were never a family of mages. You can think of them as just inferior command spells. They were just command spells. That must be something they changed in the anime. So is she really... Yes, I used my entire crest to heal her. As you know, I had to extract 11 years' worth of corruption. Surely it isn't too surprising that I took the remainder of my crest to accomplish that. Tosaka and I are speechless. The priest used his entire magic crest to heal Sakura. From the look on Tosaka's face, I have an inkling of how heavy a price he paid. It was like the unused command spells of all the previous wars, was it not? He basically spent his entire life savings to save a girl we carried through the front door. Kotomene, you. What? Don't tell me I've inconvenienced you. You were the one who asked for help. I simply answered in kind. It's not an inconvenience, thank you. Do not thank me. You'll retract those words later, at any rate. I'll retract them later. Is he saying... How's Sakura doing? If you went that far... She has escaped death, but I only bought her time. I removed most of the crest worms, but extracting the most deeply burrowed worms was impossible. There's no way to remove them once they've consumed so much of her nerves. I might be able to remove them completely if we also took out her heart, but that would kill her. I've merely alleviated her pain and weakened Saku's hold by removing the crest worms that have yet to fuse with her worms. On a whim, I extended the life of someone who is fated to die tonight. It will all be in vain once the most deeply implanted worms begin to move. Yep. I thought from anybody who lost. Like, not just those who forfeited, but anybody. So, Sakura is... Nothing has changed. She can continue her daily life, but it could easily go awry if Sakura were to act. All it would take is a single simple thought from the old man to force her to fight against her will. Think of her as a bomb with its fuse already lit. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have doubts, but I'm not surprised, and my mind is certain. I was ready for this. No matter what shape Sakura is in, no matter what happens to her, I've decided to be on her side. Okay, there's only one thing left to do. Sorry for making you supply your crest, Kire. Tosaka begins to walk away from the wall. I realize what she's about to do. Wait, Tosaka. And grab her by the hand, stopping her. What? We can talk later. What the hell are you talking about? Are you planning to kill Sakura? It's not just a plan, it's our only option. I thought you were prepared for that to happen when you came here. I'm not prepared to kill her. I came back for her. Fine, I know where you stand. You're saying you'll protect one person, Sakura, over everyone else? Yeah, I won't let you tell me that it's wrong. If you're gonna hurt her, then I'll stop you here. You'll stop me? No way. You can't even move a step, let alone try and stop me. No matter how much you want to try and protect Sakura, I won't let you go against my plan. Her voice is emotionless. Then I realize... Oh... The gas! I can't move a finger, let alone my limbs. Tosaka, you... You said you wouldn't let me tell you that you're wrong, but you made a mistake. If you wanted to go your own way, you would have never given up your right to decide. I feel my heart expand. No, it's not my heart, but an oath binding it. I thought... Okay, I did not... Also, for me, that was an ideal answer. It's a little lacking, but it's all I need to do if that's your answer. A curse of compulsion. Yeah, I only meant it as a joke, so I never thought it would come in handy. Once you swore absolute obedience to me, you lost the ability to defy my opinion. Back there, you made a contract with me, not a promise. That means you're my servant, not my collaborator. What? I'm going to kill Sakura, but don't get the wrong idea, Amiya. You wouldn't be able to stop me, even if you didn't have this gas on you. This is my responsibility. It isn't your fault. Tosaka, wait! I can't even finish my sentence anymore. She's gone. No. Why? I can't move my body. Damn it, are you kidding me? I desperately try to move. I need to get free. I struggle to move as soon as I can, but when suddenly, my paralyzed body suddenly obeys me again. My legs won't move to give chase. I'm free, but my mind feels frozen. Suddenly, I understand. I won't be able to move my body as long as I go against her will. Then, if I can move freely again, that must mean my reason for opposing her is gone. Sakura. I drop to my knees. With nowhere left to go, my heart breaks. Light leaves my vision and the church is covered in darkness. Shiro Emiya is in zero gravity. I swore I'd abandon my past ideals to protect Sakura. That was my new unyielding guidepost. And then I lost it so quickly. The war will go on. The Holy Grail War will continue, and I'll probably fight alongside Tosaka, who murdered Sakura, to end the conflict. But that will happen in a place that doesn't matter anymore. Shiro Emiya has lost his place forever. I'll keep going without anything to guide me, not knowing what I should do. Well, there's the other bad end. But that's such a long way back. Oh, that's essentially playing the day all over again. I'm already past 3 hours. Heartless repossession. The evil debt collector appears. People who casually sign contracts without reading them go straight to the underground empire. Yeah, contracts like that are seriously scary. They can pin you down at the worst possible time, whether you want it or not. Don't be fooled by shady sales pitches, everyone. The scariest things are closer than you think, and come in the most surprising shapes. Isn't that right, Ilya? Aw, you're embarrassing me. I don't know why, but if you stare at me so passionately, I'm gonna blush. Scary, right? Okay, so you're here this time because of your contract with Miss Tosaka. She made a lot of demands, but there's one that you absolutely shouldn't say yes to. Try again from the beginning of day 9. I heard a rumor that you might raise your affection level if you act all contrary during that Q&A. That's the kind of insight I'd expect from a heroine candidate who came back from the main story. You got good intel, girl. You said you wouldn't bring that up. Alright, that's all for day 9 dojos. From here on out, you've got plenty of hellish dead ends to look forward to. Take heart, comrades, and prepare for battle. See ya! No. So, I did not press continue. I moved over to load. No. No. So load. So back to this probably is the right decision. And I'm going to have to do that in the next stream. But I do want to check. Show me the flowchart, because this has to be complicated as frick. Okay, I can't look at the flowchart from the... I have to actually load in from... I have to load in from where I need to... where I'm going to be going from. So we're going to load in from here. And then we will check the flowchart. Alright. So... this one was if we did not tell Reen about the, thing. This one was one question, this one was another. So this must have been on... it's an affection choice? Oh, that's an affection choice as well. So this is the split here. So if you don't... so I need to not sign the... I need to not make the gas with Reen in order to continue. Yes. Very much so. But, also, I did not have a choice here. So that must be something without signing the gas. But, I guess I will figure... I'm not going to go... I can't continue today. I'm already approaching 3.25 hours, so I can't keep going. So I'm going to call this one here. Next FSN stream, we will be taking care of the rest of day 9 and doing day 10. Although it looks like there is one last thing to do here before I fully call things. The third flank of meat has appeared. Monday is more Grail Front. Soccer is in Reen's house. I love how they're little chibis. All just to bounce on the bed. Oh no, Rin's here. Saber! Oh no. Sakura. Noted. But that was Mini Theater 3, and that is going to be where I call today's stream. So, I've been SoulRackDragon. I hope you've all enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on the YouTube, please be sure to drop a like, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel if you want to catch when new videos go live, and if you check the description down below, there are links to the Twitch and Discord where you can follow or join to catch when I go live. But once more, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.